PWP Nation, where wrestling discussion lives.
Well, hello there. Dukes, Keith, and Griff here from the Anything But Credible podcast, a.k.a. the ABC Pod. Fellas?
Holla.
Oh, hello. We're here to let you know that you could be possibly missing out on the best podcast ever created, aside from the Offended podcast, of course, and you don't want to be missing that. Now, what makes us the best? Griff? Yeah, great. Keith? Exactly. Look, I'll keep it really simple for you. Crazy people, crazy news, crazy theories, crazy uncredible. That's right. We made that word up. Griff, Keith, say something crazy for me.
Russia wants you to believe in Finland. Real.
Nice. Look, you can find us just about anywhere that you get your podcast, especially Apple Podcasts. Also, don't forget to hit us up on Facebook at ABC Pod. That's ABC Pod. Twitter at _ABC Pod. And Instagram at ABC Podcast. Check in with us for a new episode every Monday and join the conspiracy to commit stupid. We will see you then, and shout out to the Offended Podcast.
Adios.
Later, guys. Like you more than a friend.
And welcome to Offended, presented by PWP Nation. It's your boys, Tricky, no Stoutsy today for the first
Good,
time in a while.
that douche is gone.
Oh my God, you don't need to get that close and scream and hurt all of our ears.
Okay, Stoutsy, we're glad you're gone, but get well soon.
Yeah, get well soon, Stout. But we got Tuncle and Greg on the show today. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Hey, we're here to entertain. Yay.
And the Blues are in the Stanley Cup. Blues are in the Stanley Cup.
Gloria, Gloria, I think I got your number. Gloria.
Jesus Christ.
Don't ever do that again.
Sorry. It's a sexy Gloria.
It's debatable. So, last time we heard you guys, by the way, since we don't have Gage here real quick, last time we heard you guys, Gage puked in his bed in Florida and blamed it on Greg. Thoughts?
He blamed it on me?
Yeah, thoughts? Yeah.
Oh, that I got him drunk?
Yeah.
That's because he kept sneaking my booze.
Oh, that's why he blamed it on you?
I didn't give it to him. He just kept taking it.
He was refilling his cup every 2 seconds.
I did show him the recipe for the delicious drink, but I didn't know he was going to like it that much.
You led him to disaster.
I'm a bad influence.
Yes.
If you listen back to the episode, it's hilarious because you can tell when he starts to get drunk. Because he's really quiet. It's actually you and Todd are actually going back and forth for like the whole episode, and all of a sudden, Gage just keeps popping in out of nowhere.
Yeah,
what about that one bitch that was with us that day?
Cunt?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cunt.
Yeah, that one.
That one. She's upstairs banging around on the floor.
She's actually the current Offended Predictions champion right now for our wrestling podcast.
Hey, naked lady, go make me a sandwich, bitch.
He said, bitch.
Jesus Christ.
So are we doing this again next week?
In Florida?
Yeah.
I was going to ask, do you want to? So that way you and Gage should just go back and forth because he blamed you. Now you guys get to hash it out.
Well, I didn't really want to do it last year in Florida, and I really didn't want to do it now.
So why'd you bring it up?
Well, I'm just setting expectations.
I think we should bring the kids into it.
I'm going to get the kids drunk this year.
Yeah. I think we should keep some edibles.
I would love
definitely
to get him.
Why are you talking so slow?
It sounds slow in my...
Use one side of the headset. There you go.
I still sound so slow.
Listen,
do
Rocky
you have an
Dennis, we
edible?
need to get this show going.
No, you got any?
No. Well, anyway. Thanks for coming on, filling in for Jim. Hopefully he feels better. If not, I guess I'm fucked. I guess I gotta do the show by myself.
What's wrong with his mangina?
He has ulcerative colitis.
I don't know what that is.
It's where you poop a lot, like every 20 minutes. Like, just have to keep having to go to the bathroom. Your intestines basically are like eating you from the inside out.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. I poop a lot, but I don't think I have that.
Maybe you do.
Maybe. I'd be good to eat, so I would think my intestines would want to.
Do you want me to check your butthole?
Later.
Okay.
All right, well, anyway. So all we're going to talk about on today's show is basically just the Stanley Cup Final. Get you guys ready for the Stanley Cup Final. But before then, of course, we have Songs of the Week. All right.
Oh, we're jumping right into that?
Jumping right into Songs of the Week. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, yeah.
That takes priority over the Blues making the Stanley Cup
want
Final?
people
For the first time.
We want people to stay listening to the show. We don't want to jump into our main story right away. We're going to save that for later so they stick around.
Well, I think the main story of the week is that I'm here.
I think they already stopped listening because Greg says a word every 3 seconds.
Dead air.
I want the other mic. Give me the other mic.
Fucking
I
prima donna.
got blue balls on my chin.
Sound like Tom Green, the bum song. Jesus Christ.
That's a great laugh. I love it.
Fuck.
Fuck you, Boston.
All right, so do you remember how we do this, Greg? We go one at a time, say our songs.
Okay, I'll go last.
All right, you want to go first?
Sure.
All right, go ahead. You can go first.
Wait, I want to go first. Can I go first? Yeah. So what do I
Just
say?
say one song. We all go take turns, one at a time.
Well, I think the obvious.
Well, save that for last.
But that's why I wanted to go first. Okay. I've got my other one I want to go first on.
Are we supposed to play a snippet?
No.
Yeah, do we play it or just say it?
No, just say it.
Okay,
we
so-
talk about it. Maybe you guys can sing it. Jeez, have you ever listened to the show?
No. No. Only when I'm on.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. So, my first song of the week is a little ditty by the Dropkick Murphys
Damn it, that's
called I'm Shipping Up to Boston.
God damn it.
And I think
What are you shipping up there to those bastards?
Wicked Pissa. Noma!
the fucking Blues are shipping up there.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to take that song off my list.
Well, that's okay, because I have 6. I'll give you one of mine. I have extra.
You're such a fucking idiot.
Okay, your turn.
You want to go?
No,
Yeah,
no,
mine's going
No, wait. Why are we going counterclockwise?
Because that's how I'm doing it.
I don't know.
You want me to go? Okay, fine. I'll go next. Fuck, Jesus Christ. Shut up.
It's not really clockwise.
You invited me.
Clockwise is a circle. This is a triangle anyway.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So it should go that way, right?
No.
You can still go clockwise
Or-
with a triangle. Or a square. Or a
True.
fucking star.
True.
What about an octagon?
But when I picture a clock, it's round. Or a triangle.
I'm sure there's triangle clocks out there.
Triangle of trouble.
Triangle of trust. That's what we're in right now.
Yeah.
Just tell your song.
Oh, now you're getting all bent out of shape? Fucking idiot. Alright, my first song, Country Grammar, Nelly. Gotta keep it in St. Louis, right?
You're from the Lou and you're proud?
Yeah?
The Lou is proud right now with the way these Blues have handled. I mean, this city's on fire.
Is it bad that my first pick is a Boston?
No, I had Shipping Up to Boston on mine, but you took it.
You have to.
That was gonna be my first one, but you took it.
We should play it right now.
By the way, it's Ship Up to Boston.
Boston!
Yo. Alright, yeah, Nelly, Country Grammar, from the Lou and I'm Proud. By the way, did you hear that get played the game on the last
Yeah,
game?
I
Everybody's
did.
singing along? I love it.
Game 6 when the Blues won 5-1.
We're going to the Western Conference Finals, so
Yeah.
we'll get into it in a little
When
bit.
they were doubted. Yeah. Remember.
Yeah, when you doubted them?
I didn't doubt them this round. I said once they get out of the second round, I'm in. Bastards.
Fucking bastards. Alright, what's your first song?
My first song is coming out of the pump-up video at the beginning of the games. Aerosmith, Dream On. Dream On. We're all dreaming on right now.
Is Aerosmith here?
They are.
That sounded just like them.
My mouth's not so big.
According to Stoutsy, it's the best song to get Roadhead to, because that's the only time we got Roadhead, and that song was on the background.
From Steven Tyler?
From Steven, yeah. I mean, his mouth's so big.
Yeah, I know, but Stoutsy's not that big. So that's the first time Steven Tyler had his mouth shut.
What was the name of the guy that gave Stoutsy a Roadhead?
I think
Steven
it's
Tyler.
probably Corey, honestly. Get it? Because that's the other coast. All right, cool. Anyway, you're talking slow now.
I said my song. I'm done. Come on, everybody.
My second song is Runaround by Blues Traveler.
Oh, look at you.
Because the Blues are traveling to Boston.
Wow, you are so creative.
Thank you.
You just gave me an idea. Thank you. I'll take what, since I had Shipping Up to Boston on mine, I'm going to change it out now and put Soul Man by the Blues Brothers.
I'm a soul man.
Dun 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 dun. I almost did it.
Wow, we have musical talent. All right, moving on.
What would our band name be if we were a band? Two Todds and a Greg?
Trouble.
Like 2 girls, 1 cup, but it's 2 Todds, 1 Greg.
T squared.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Tit.
Tit for Todd?
I don't know. T-I-T. What's I stand for you?
I, idiot.
Oh,
Todd,
perfect.
idiot, tit.
Tit.
Tic-tat. Tit.
Tit. No. Maybe, I can't say what I want to say, so
Good.
It's better off.
I'll respect PWP's wishes.
All right, what's your next song?
My next song, everybody heard it. NBC. I've watched the replay several times. You can hear everybody singing it. Take Me Home, Country Road.
Country road, take me home, West Virginia.
You missed a lyric.
I know.
Oh.
I was being
speeding it up.
silly. It's for laughs.
Oh, well, here. Is that better?
Oh, I didn't know you had sound effects now. Yeah, why aren't you using that more?
That's giggles.
Because it's stupid.
I want to control the buttons.
No,
Let
fuck
me do
no.
that.
Then you'll just be like hitting, like, all of a sudden, like, rocket ships will come in. Fucking boner sounds will pop up.
You have a boner sound?
That's it.
That's a boner
It's just
sound.
Todd. You say it and Todd does that.
That's my boner sound.
What is wrong with... Mine doesn't make that sound.
It doesn't?
It's kind of more like...
That's because it's getting old and
And
creaky.
then dust pops up.
You got to use some
Yeah.
WD-40 on it.
My boner's not getting much work.
Yeah, mine neither.
Wait, what's your next song?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Taking Shots by Post Malone.
I was wondering if you're going to get a Post Malone song in there.
You're goddamn right. I'm taking shots, get it? Because the Blues are... It's like slap shots.
Wrist shots.
But at the same time, backhand.
This
But
is the
at the
most
same time-
enthusiastic songs of the week I think we've ever done on the show, by the way.
These are great songs.
I see a pattern of these songs.
What?
I'm going to break the pattern. Go.
I am too next.
Yep.
My next song is Enter Sandman by Metallica, because that's what the Blues come out to before they take the ice.
Yeah.
After they play Dream On by Aerosmith.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Was that on yours?
What?
Was Enter Sandman on yours?
No, I did not have Enter Sandman on there.
Does it make me cool that I have a Metallica tattoo on my back?
No, I think what makes you cool is that you have a devil on your shoulder that says hot stuff.
It doesn't make
does.
it cool
And
when it's a tramp stamp.
He's smoking a blunt.
Those are for women. You know what? If the blue... I say we all in Florida go get Blues tramp stamps.
No,
I'll do it.
Stanley Cup.
Want to?
Let's get a Stanley Cup.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No, in Florida, we should totally go get Blues tattoos. You got to
Yeah.
do it at the end of the trip, though.
Yeah, I want a tramp stamp
You
of it.
can't do it when we get there, because
I want it right on the top of my
it
ass.
can't be, like, wet and
Maroon's
sun.
Hole. There. Yeah, because you went to Oakville, so...
Yeah, everything great comes out of Oakville. We're here because of him. You're welcome. All right. Number 3, Old Town Road, Billy Ray and Lily Nas.
Gonna take my horse to the old town.
I mean, how
road.
great is that song?
Ride till I can't no more.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's
is.
pretty awesome.
I have a feeling we'll be listening to that a lot.
I jumped on board during the Kentucky Derby when I was in Chicago, and they were playing that song.
That's been like their theme song.
Yeah.
I love it.
I wasn't a big fan before then, but it caught on.
What was Bill? Oh,
Might have been that
achy
chick with the nice ass dancing to it, but...
Nah. Am I up?
Yeah, you're up. Yeah, go ahead.
Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads.
I like that song, actually, a lot.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with hockey. It's just a really cool song.
Psycho Killer. Ba, 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 ba. You know what song we're talking about?
I'm not sure you sang it so good. I'm trying to figure it out.
You really don't know it?
Fa 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 fa.
You really don't know? Psycho Killer. Ba, ba, fa, 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 fa. Run, 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 run,
Run away. Oh.
Now I know.
Yeah.
Don't you know that Greg's impressions are all the same thing? Like, he'll be like, I'm Batman. And then he'll be like, dude, Bane. He goes, okay, I'm Bane. Like, but he just puts the thing over his mouth. Play it into the mic.
Now I'm with you.
We gotta wait for the
Yes.
You mean the chorus?
Psycho Killer.
Now I do need a joint.
You get the point. That's an awesome song.
It's a great song. You know, Talking Heads have a better song, though. This Must Be the Place is their best song.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Is that your number 4?
No, it's not, actually.
Oh, okay, well.
Well, then stick to the
Apparently
list.
you did 6.
My number 4 is by 2 Unlimited, little 90s techno band song called Twilight Zone. It's the blues power play song. I didn't know that they did the Let's Get Ready to Rumble song. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of the power play thing, but it looks cool.
Do you like their other song, though? You used to listen to it on Jock Jams all the time.
No, I know, but I'm talking about the power play thing.
Because it's a plug. Amron Yui. Plug.
No.
Plug in.
Yeah.
Plug it into the net.
I never liked it, but it looks cool when you're at the game.
Jock Jam, is that like another term for Munda cheese?
It was like back in the 80s.
It's 90s.
Yeah, Jock Jam was totally 90s.
Yeah, it was. It was when I was
The first
That's-
one's the best.
That's when you're out. Jock Jam, like you're out
Yeah.
getting all sweaty.
Whoop, there it is, was
You start
on it.
getting
Tootsie Roll.
that ball butter.
Yeah, it'll show up in Florida. A lot of Jock Jam.
Yeah.
Be hot and humid and Jockey Jam.
Just get in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Cool down.
Saltwater kills everything.
Yes, it does.
So, is it, since you know, like, I have a playoff beard, right?
Yeah, I shaved mine.
Fucking idiot. But,
No, it's when they kind of turned it around.
I've been shaving when they lose. I'll trim it when they lose. And now
so,
it's back.
what about my back, though? I need to shave my back before Florida.
Oh,
And
I'm getting
before
mine.
your
I'm
tramp
going to get
stamp.
mine waxed this week. Seriously, it's
I'm going to
getting
make my
ridiculous.
wife do it.
It's getting ridiculous.
You're actually getting it waxed?
I'm thinking about it.
Have you gotten something waxed before?
I think we should record that.
Yeah, it's like 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
No, not at all. It's not that much hair like Steve Carell's chest. My chest, I could get waxed.
Yeah, he looked like Robin Williams' knuckles.
Yeah. Or naked lady's vagina.
Or Chewbacca.
I heard it looks like an
Anywho.
Ewok down there.
What?
Looks like a little mini Ewok down there on the naked lady.
Fun fact, they were never called Ewoks in Star Wars.
Because Ewoks have big lips, too.
They were
like,
They never said, there's an Ewok over there, or that Ewok.
Yeah, it's like a hairy little Ewok.
Alright, what's your next song?
My next song is Human by Rag and Bone Man. I'm only human after all.
More human than human. More human than human. Rob
Love
Zombie.
that song, man.
What?
Rag and Bone? You don't know that song?
I don't know
you
what
do.
song you're talking about.
Yes, you
Human
do.
by The Killers?
No. Rag and Bone
Are
Man.
we human?
Here. You ready?
Are we dancers?
Oh, I've heard this. You can't bob your head with it. It sounds, I thought it was Imagine Dragons.
I know this song.
It's a great song.
It's a great song.
He's a big fat mofo, though. You wouldn't picture it.
What, like Biz Markie?
Yeah, he's got his playoff beard going. He looks like a gnome, though.
Looks like a gnome.
Look at him. He looks like a gnome.
Wait, that's actually him?
Yeah.
Who's this by?
Rag and Bone Man.
I totally thought that was like Imagine Dragons.
Oh, yeah. It's a great song.
Yeah, I thought that was Imagine Dragons too. Mm-hmm. That sounds like an Imagine Dragons.
It does.
Song.
I'm not a big
Now that
fan
you
of
say
them.
that. What?
Not a big fan of Imagine Dragons.
They're the new Nickelback.
They are. They totally are.
I like them
hates
because
them.
my daughter likes them. She's 9.
Oh, that one. I thought you meant the other one.
No, not her.
Yeah.
Who cares about her?
Which one do you like better?
My 9-year-old.
Me too.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't claim the other one.
Yeah, she's weird.
Yeah, she said she's gonna fucking bury me.
No, the little 9-year-old was going to bury you.
Yeah.
She's going to kill you.
Yeah.
She's
And then
crazy.
you're next.
That's why I like her better, because I'm afraid of her. The other one's actually nice to me.
I'm not afraid of that little bitch. I'll fuck her up.
What's your, I was gonna say what's your fifth and final song, but you have 6, so what's your next song?
Overachiever.
Yeah, I always do 110%.
Good job. You're like the blues.
Blues. My next song is Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond.
Oh, that's original.
Well, I have a story behind it. Today...
Was it from Boston? Did they do that at Fenway Park?
No,
Yeah.
actually, it's
Way to go, dipshit.
It's a local story
Fucking idiot.
close to the heart.
Sweet.
So today was my son's final day at his elementary school, and his final full day. Final day is Tuesday, half day.
Yes.
Because Monday's Memorial Day, so they're off Monday and they go back for a half day
Fucking
on Tuesday,
snow days.
which is so stupid.
You have to go back on Monday?
No,
Tuesday
for a half day.
half day.
What?
Yeah,
That's fucking
Because of
stupid.
snow days.
Snow
That's
day
fuck- what are they
makeup.
gonna? They're just gonna be like, okay, bye. They're not gonna do anything.
They haven't done anything all week.
No.
That's so stupid.
But anyway, that's my
It's
point.
fucking government
So-
days. They got to meet the requirement.
Yeah, today was the lip sync battle for the 5th graders, and my son
that's
and his friends did Sweet Caroline.
Oh, they did.
They did, and it was amazingly hilarious because
Did you record it?
Oh, I did. I'll show
Good.
you.
We'll have to watch that.
It's so all the other acts, all the other groups had like upbeat, kind of song. The song's great, and the crowd loved it. Everybody was singing it along.
Of course they did.
Bum,
Who doesn't
bum,
sing along?
bum. Yeah, you have to sing along
Yeah.
Sweet Caroline.
If you don't, I think you're just a sociopath.
Right. So it was just the 3 of them on stage, and it was like being at a Neil Diamond concert where he just stands there with his guitar. Like, they didn't move. Keaton had a real guitar that I think he was afraid to drop it. So instead of holding it like a guitar, he was holding it like straight up and down, like hugging it.
And didn't move?
And kind of moved a little bit, but it was great. It was awesome.
I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah,
I think it's something what Keaton
it's
said
awesome.
to me. What did Keaton just say to me? Like a
That
couple
you're an
weeks
asshole?
ago? No, he's been coming up with these one-liners lately that Jim and Corey have been saying. Like, did you hear the bisexual comment? Because that was the best. That's still the best one. When we were watching We just watched Rampage like a couple weeks ago. Me and Keaton watched the movie Rampage with The Rock in it. And he's like, I want to watch it with you because Rampage is one of my favorite video games. You know, the video game like from the 90s, Rampage?
Yeah.
They're a bunch of animals like crime. Do you know what I'm talking about for real?
No.
Jesus.
No. I didn't play video games.
You're running out of slack there on your door.
You don't know what I'm talking about? You're like, it's a giant, gorilla, alligator, and wolf, I think, and you climb up buildings.
Yeah, you climb
and,
buildings and punch them.
Yeah, and you just eat people, basically.
Right. You just destroy the buildings.
That's the whole point of the game.
Interesting.
Really? You never seen that?
No.
All right, wait. They made a movie about it with The Rock, which was really dumb. But afterwards, Keaton's like, I wonder who would win in a match between The Rock and John Cena. I'm like, well, buddy, guess what? That happened like 10 years ago. And he's like, no way. I'm like, yeah. We watched the match. First time I ever seen him watch a full match before. He's sitting there, and as he's sitting there, I'm like, who do you want to win? He's like, I don't know. I like them both. They're my favorites. I'm like, well, who do you want to win? Who do you want to win? Who do you want to win? He goes, I don't know. I'm bisexual. I like them both.
If you ever show my son another wrestling match, I'll slit your throat.
I tried to show him the rematch, but he didn't care. All he cared about was that The Rock won the first one.
Yeah, he likes The Rock because of Jumanji.
Mm-hmm. And he likes John Cena. Why does he like John Cena?
Oh, he was in... he hosts the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards a few times. Mm-hmm. And he was in... what's the Mark Wahlberg... Daddy's Home 2?
Oh,
yeah.
That's Rampage.
Oh, okay. I've seen that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he likes John Cena from the Kids' Choice Awards, Nickelodeon, mostly. And Daddy's Home. He's in that.
I like
briefly.
that movie too.
Those movies are funny.
Yeah, they're decent.
Jumanji was a good movie. It's like the first
Jumanji.
Rock movie that was like decent.
Jumanji actually is the remake or sequel, whatever.
Yeah, because I hate the original.
I don't think the original's that good.
It's stupid.
Like, I'm one of the few people that say I think the Rock version's way better than the Robin Williams movie.
I agree.
I think it totally is.
Yeah.
Are we talking?
I don't like that.
5 movies.
This is what we do, Todd. This is what we do on podcasts. Jump in.
It's fucking a little schizophrenic for me.
You keep like getting further and further.
I know.
Back.
Yeah.
I'm just getting comfortable. I'm gonna lay down in a minute.
All right, can I get my final song?
No, I didn't say mine yet, bitch.
No, because I think his is different from ours.
It is different.
Well, then you're an idiot.
So, my fifth song's gonna bring us back to the Stanley Cup Finals, and I am so sick of these Boston, these announcers, these analysts.
Song 2 by Blur?
Saying Boston's gonna win in 5. So, my song is a country song by Billy Carrington called People Are Crazy, because these crazy motherfuckers think they're gonna beat us in 5. Ain't happening, bitches.
Yeah, we're going to beat them in 6.
I like that guess.
We'll talk
I'm
about
a 6 or 7er. It's going. If it goes 7, either team can win.
No shit. That's a hot take.
Oh my
that was a setup.
Is
You're
Tim
welcome.
McCarver with us? Or is that Bernie Federico?
Hey, if the Blues score more goals in Game 7, they'll win.
Hey, look who's here.
I hope you brought a sandwich.
Bitch.
Go back upstairs.
Go clean
Sweep.
something.
Yeah. Get the Windex out.
No comment. No comment.
She knows better.
Since you have 6, I'm going to do 6 now. I'm going to call out Song 2 by Blur, because that used to be the big blues song. Woohoo! That's all it is.
Yeah,
you know that
that's...
song? Woohoo!
I don't really like that song.
Me neither. Not a fan.
You don't like it anymore?
No.
What about Run Around Sue? Before Gloria...
Was Run Around Sue. Yeah.
What?
No. That sucks, too. They got nowhere with Run Around Sue. I like Gloria.
They played Run Around Sue this year, in the regular season.
Yeah, well, how were they when that had worked out?
It actually
they were last in the NHL.
Well, they started doing Run Around Sue during the 11-game win streak.
Yeah.
That's actually when we turned it around.
Yeah.
So, I guess...
So anyway, that segues into the song of the week.
By all 3 of us. I'm just going to say all 3 of us, yeah.
It's the month, the week, the year.
Song of the last 2 months.
Laura Branigan?
Laura Branigan, R.I.P. She died in like 1995, I think.
God love her.
She came up with the greatest song ever, Gloria.
Gloria! Gloria!
It's kind of how it sounds.
It's the only song I had queued up.
You know, I did invent the Gloria dance. This is all you do. It's like holding a Stanley Cup.
That's all it is? I was wondering why, like, you're doing this.
Yeah.
I thought it was because you're so
give me
short. It's just you jerking off two tall guys.
Look, it's eventually turns into this. Get
You can
it?
kiss it.
Stanley Cup. So, when you don't have the cup yet, that's it. You're welcome.
At least you're not going this
Even
way.
white guys can do it. You can do the overbite too.
Obviously, white guys can do it because it looks like a white guy dance.
Well, it is hockey.
It's 4 minutes and 30 seconds of just this. Nothing changes.
Well, so Naked Lady and I had the idea to.
Sex tape?
Well, this is what you came up with. I mean, if you're gonna stand right there, or like doing a parody, I'm like, you can do one when you're taking a shit, and she's like, well, Stoutsy's got that covered. You can do that on the toilet. And I'm like, and she just goes, yeah, when you're getting a blowjob. I was like, yeah, for sure. Oh, why are you
you're on
going
the
away?
toilet?
Why are you going away? That's what you said.
Yeah. We call that the Limp Biscuit.
Did it all for the nookie. What? Looks like you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Wait.
Gotten a blowjob while you're taking a shit?
Isn't that called a blumpkin?
It's called a dirty girl.
You ever had a rusty trombone done? It's when you're getting eaten out in the asshole while she's jerking you off, and you know. Or how about an avocado taco? It's when you put both your balls in while you're fucking her.
That just sounds painful.
For her, who cares?
My balls are sensitive.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'll slap you in the face with mine.
Well, anyway, that was Songs of the Week. Make sure to go check out our exclusive playlist, or our playlist exclusively on Spotify at Offender Presents Songs of the Week. Before we get into the Stanley Cup talk, this is the whole reason why everybody came to listen to this episode, listen to our Stanley Cup predictions and whatnot, our preview. Let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, Mr. Kyle Fauché.
What's up, everybody? Kyle Fauché here to tell you about my brand new podcast, the Going Off Topic podcast, brought to you by the Anything But Credible Network. On Going Off Topic, I look at all forms of media, from different real and theoretical angles that you don't usually hear about. From movies, to TV, to music, to sports, to gaming, to anything really. You never know what the topic will be, but you're guaranteed a new angle and a different conversation about it, that's for sure. You can find Going Off Topic anywhere and everywhere that you get your podcasts. Check out our social media feeds on Facebook, Going Off Topic with Kyle Fauché, on Twitter, going_off_topic, and don't forget about anythingbutcredible.com, where you can find everything for the pod, including the written blog post. That's right, we're carrying over the Going Off Topic blog to anythingbutcredible.com too. So check it all out there, and I'll catch you on the next topic.
All right. This is our Hockey Talks theme song.
Is that ESPN's voice?
Copyright
Yeah.
infringement of some sort. Jesus.
Yeah, I think it is too.
I mean, so was Gloria.
Oh, I know, but I don't care because it's not my podcast.
And she's dead.
I mean, we've been using this for the past 2 years now, so nothing's happened yet.
Yeah. Well,
All they'll do is be like, cease and desist, don't use that anymore.
wait till we
Well,
call the FCC.
Well, anyway. So, Hockey Talks now for here on Offended, our Blues Talk. Blues are in the Stanley Cup Final for the first time since 1970, 49 years.
Yeah!
They will play the Boston Bruins, a rematch from the 1970 Stanley Cup Final.
Fuck Boston.
The St. Louis Blues have never won a Stanley Cup game. They've been in the Stanley Cup Final 3 times, all 3 years in a row.
A game.
Yeah, they've gotten
That's
swept.
what people forget.
Yeah.
Not a series, the Stanley Cup. A game.
They've gotten swept 3 years straight.
Ain't happening.
No, it's not. But before we get into the St. Louis Blues talk, let's go back to the Boston Bruins series. They swept the Carolina Hurricanes 4-0. Did you think Carolina had any chance of beating Boston in that series?
No, I thought Carolina blew their wad against New York Islanders, and it wasn't going to happen.
Greg, any thoughts on?
Sorry, I got distracted by something. What was the question?
Do you think the Boston Bruins had, or do you think the Carolina Hurricanes had any chance against the Boston Bruins?
No, so how'd that work out? Because Carolina swept
New York Islanders.
The Islanders.
The Islanders
Pittsburgh
swept
Penguins. The Penguins. Mm-hmm. So the team that sweeps ends up getting swept.
Except for the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
But does that mean one per round?
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Because we would be there to see a sweep.
Yeah, we're flying back.
Fuck yeah.
That sweep killed Boston. They're going to have way too much downtime.
I mean, they had 11. The Boston Bruins will have 11 days off before their game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final.
Did you hear their compensation for that? What they did last night?
What?
In Boston? So they sold out TD
the
Arena,
scrimmage?
And they did an inter-squad scrimmage.
Really? I'm surprised they even did that.
2 25-minute periods. And supposedly Brad Marchand took some type of hit and went off the ice.
Are you being serious?
But he went back on. It was nothing serious.
Why would they do a fucking scrimmage?
Tuukka Rask only played 1 period.
Because they're worried about all the time off.
Yeah. I understand that, but it's like, would you really risk a fucking injury like that if Brad Marchand got hurt? Well,
I don't think they were obviously physically hitting in each other. That's why. How much could it help? It's a different game.
It's hockey, though. I mean, shit happens. I mean, just a little scrimmage that always could end up.
Yeah, look how the puck. Look what happened to Vince Dunn.
Yeah,
that's a shot that just hit him in the face. He's been out now. How many games?
Yeah, he's done.
2 games. Oh, he's on. I get it.
So, are we hearing anything about him? Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. But the Boston Bruins, Game 1, 5-2. Game 2, 6-2. Game 3, 2-1. That was the only close game of the series. And then Game 4
was 4-0.
Yeah. Carolina's overmatched. I mean, come on.
They were dead.
Yeah. They're a
bunch of jerks, according to Don Cherry.
Hey, I liked how they did the celebrations and stuff. That's having fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as a team overall, they were overachieving that playoffs.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the Boston... I mean, in my opinion, who did the Bruins play in the first round? Toronto. That was, to me, the only tough series.
And it was a 7-gamer.
Yeah, exactly.
And they took a team, Columbus, that blew their wad against Caps.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't nearly as good as the other teams in the league, in my opinion, in the Eastern Conference got ass mouth right now. But,
so one of the things I heard is, has Boston had the easiest route to the Stanley Cup ever? But
I disagree.
But I was going to say, but then the retort on that was that the Blues have, because if you look at points and goal differential or something, the Blues have had the easiest path, and I tend to disagree with that.
100% disagree with.
Yeah.
I said to you, actually, in the first round, I said, I think whoever wins the Blues-Winnipeg series is going to the Stanley Cup. So, I think Dallas was even tough. And fucking San Jose shouldn't even be there. Because of fucking Vegas should be. I think Vegas should have been in the Vegas and Blues should have been the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, but San Jose is a good team. They were tough. Yeah. There's no doubt.
They weren't that tough.
They were a bunch of
We embarrassed them the last 2 games.
We did. But 12-2 in the last 3.
That hand pass goal jinxed them.
Yep, it totally did. But before we get into the Blues, one last thing about Boston. For me, anyways, just for my personal preference, I know you guys don't care, but at least somebody I like is going to get a Stanley Cup. Either the Blues...
Fuck Backes.
Or
David Backes. I don't care.
Fuck him.
I like him. But ever since they put him in the lineup, Boston has not lost a game since Backes has entered the lineup.
Yeah, that's because they played the AHL team, the Carolina Hurricanes.
It's true. It is
true.
Backes had 16 points on the season, I think. 12 goals, 4 assists. Yeah. That's brutal.
It's brutal, but, I mean, Jaden Schwartz only had 11 goals in the season, too.
Yeah. I wasn't happy with him.
Yeah, how many does he have in the playoffs?
He matched it already.
Right,
yeah. He's already passed it, yeah.
Yeah. Before we get into the Blues and Bruins, last time they played in the Stanley Cup Final was 1970. In 1970 was the first official Earth Day. Brazil won their third World Cup with Pele as their captain.
Woo!
Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin passed away. Their popular
Did
movies...
they ever have sex, you think?
I am not a Jimi Hendrix fan.
I'm not a big fan
so
either.
Overrated.
I like him. I don't think he's like the greatest of all time by any means, but I like him. I like his music. But
Jim Morrison was way cooler than Jimi Hendrix.
I agree with that. And so was Kurt Cobain.
Well, a different era.
I know. 27 Club, though.
So was Justin Bieber. Oh, shit.
You're an idiot.
I'm sorry.
You're an idiot.
He has his own deodorant now.
That's really.
Yeah.
That's his thing now?
Yeah.
Number one movies that came out in 1970. MASH, Patton, On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Why don't you let us guess?
All right,
just fucking blow through the list.
What were the top three? All right, here. What were the top three songs of 1970?
Oh, fuck.
The number one, they were
Gloria
the biggest.
by
No,
Laura Branigan.
Actually, didn't even come out. It was a B-side of hers, I think. It came out in in the 90s, but it was recorded in the 80s.
It was a replay from that's a remake from an Italian song, supposedly.
Really?
I've heard the Italian song is pretty cool. I've never looked it up.
But do you guys have any guesses on the
1970? Give me a hint. Probably not rap or hip hop.
Okay, so MASH and Patton were the top movies, right? What was the common theme of that?
War.
Oh, what about?
You just said it. That's number one. That's the first one. There's two other songs that were bigger than that song. War was
By
3.
who?
Edwin Starr. War. Huh. Yeah.
Oh, that's that old.
Isn't good.
That's a good damn
That's
song.
a really good
What
song,
about
actually.
that American Pie song?
No. It was actually, I think that was 69.
She's My Cherry Pie?
No, Don McLean.
By Warrant?
No, 1970. Ooh, maybe a Wings? Paul McCartney, Wings?
No, you're close, though.
Yeah. John Lennon.
Nope. You're close. Let's put it all together.
Beatles?
Beatles still... When did they break up?
Yellow Submarine.
Let It Be was the number one song of the
Right.
year
I was getting
1970.
there. I figured it was something.
What was number 2, though? So, Let It Be was number 1. War was 3. What was number 2?
Let It Be. Same...
This guy who became a fucking icon was a little kid.
Jackson 5.
Yep. You know the song?
ABC.
ABC and I Want You Back are tied at number 2. Let It Be, number 1. War was 3. What band broke up in 1970?
Ooh. 1970 band breakups. This is like my best topic.
There's only one.
Yeah,
There was only one band that broke up all of 1970.
Majorly.
Aerosmith.
Rolling Stones. No, they never broke up.
Band that broke up in 1970.
I was in the womb. I was sperm.
Yeah, I blame Trisha for us never winning a Stanley Cup.
The old
by the
man
way.
was just thinking about banging mom at that time.
I don't think so. I don't think he ever thinks about that.
Well, not anymore. She doesn't shut the fuck up.
Well, that's a good way to shut her up.
Hope she listens to this.
No.
So I'm not cutting that out.
It's no worse than the shit she sees on the group text.
Yeah, no shit. It's no different than when we say to her.
Trisha kept saying, she's like, my mom's on this text. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, who gives a shit? But what band broke up?
I'm thinking 1970 band. Oh, The Who.
The No.
Okay, give me 3 more guesses. Band broke up
Yo, you're cheating.
1970.
Get the fuck out of here.
Give me a hint, but like not an easy hint.
I mean, that's
How
really
many?
hard.
How many?
Did
how
they
many,
have a big hits? Like,
Yeah.
How many band members? How many in the
Can't
group?
tell you. It would give it away.
Oh! Pink Floyd.
Nope.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Nope. My God, I can't believe you guys aren't getting this.
The Eagles.
They have
Black Sabbath.
they have close to probably 50 to 60 singles. I think 18 to 20 of them were number 1 hits. They have about 12 records, I think.
The Beatles.
That is correct.
I said that like 2 minutes ago. I was like, what year did
Let
the
It
Beatles
Be
break up?
was the last single, and they broke
Really?
up 2 months after.
That's
Let
the
It
only
Be
reason
came
I
out.
didn't
Yeah.
guess that, because I thought it was like later.
Yeah, it was too obvious, I thought.
The Let It
Yeah.
Be, I think the album is just called Let It Be, the last album by them. That was their last album. They broke up 2 months after the album came out.
Yeah.
Why are we back on music?
What?
Why are we back on music?
1970 things that happened in
themes.
1970. The last time the Blues and the Bruins played in the Stanley Cup, or last time just the Blues were in the Stanley Cup, and Kelly Ripa, Tina Fey, Chavo Guerrero Jr., and Naomi Campbell were born.
That's
John
a shitty
Hamm
year.
was born a year later, and that's our curse.
Blues fan.
Yep. John Hamm and Trisha are
And
two
you're
curses.
yeah.
I just don't like John Hamm.
Really?
Why?
I don't know.
He's a Blues fan. What did he do to you?
He didn't do anything. I didn't like him before him being a Blues fan.
It's weird.
He to me, you know
I think
how,
you're jealous.
No, listen. Let me explain myself. You know how Bill Murray and Eddie Vedder were just so obnoxious during the Cubs World Series run?
Eddie Vedder's been, Eddie Vedder wasn't that
He's
obnoxious.
not near them.
But Bill Murray really wasn't either. It's just Bill Murray being Bill Murray.
That's all you heard about. And it's the same thing with John Hamm. It's like,
Good.
I don't give a fuck about John Hamm liking the Blues. Everybody else likes the goddamn Blues, too, that's from St. Louis.
Oh, next you're going to start ripping on Layla, aren't you?
That's fucked up.
Maybe.
Huh?
Have you seen the video of her walking down the hall of the hospital?
When she rings the bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
It is great.
It's fucking
Oh,
awesome.
the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got nothing against her.
Who'd you think I meant?
I didn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
She's
No,
awesome.
that's...
I
They're
forgot
gonna win
her.
it.
I forgot what her
Fucking
name
cool.
is. No, that's cool. John Hamm's just a dude. And he's like,
I don't mind him.
I like him.
you just like him because he's like, yay, Blues.
Yeah, that's it.
I liked Mad Men, though.
Yeah, I know, and I don't give a shit about Mad Men.
That was a good
But
show.
I don't think he's overly obnoxious about it.
He's not obnoxious. The coverage of him being a Blues
Well,
fan
that's 'cause there's not
is
many
obnoxious.
Stars that are Blues fans.
Why does
so
there
they
have to be
to-
a celebrity?
We got him and John Goodman,
No, you got what's her
which is dope.
what's her
Walter.
cunt from
chick
the
from The Office?
The Office.
Oh, yeah, Pam. Well, that's the funny thing. So Pam and Jim on The Office were a couple, but Jim is rooting for the Bruins
Yeah,
in real
but
life.
they weren't a real couple.
No, I know. I'm saying it's funny because it's like Pam and Jim are now against each other.
It's not, because that's stupid too. That's my point. Just keep Hollywood out of fucking sports.
Hollywood's a fucking nightmare anyway. I
That's
agree.
my
Keep him
point.
out.
Fuck Bill Murray and the Cubs. Fuck
Murray
John
was fun,
Hamm.
though.
No, but I hate Bill Murray.
I don't know how you hate Bill Murray.
He's
hilarious.
He's not though. He's a dick.
I think it's pretty funny.
We've talked about this before on other podcasts that I've been on. Bill Murray.
I think it was
is
on the first. I think it was on the very first podcast.
Look it
We
up.
talked
Bill
about it.
Murray's a prick.
Chevy
Most
Chase.
in Hollywood
Chevy
are
Chase is
freaks.
a prick.
I had a conversation with somebody about that today. Yes, he is. So we're talking about Community, and I was like, "What the fuck's Community?"
Chevy Chase is
That's a great
idiot
show.
anyway. He never banged Christy Brinkley when he had the opportunity.
You just like Community because of Gambino.
Him and Noah actually really liked the first 2 seasons of Community are hilarious, and then
Chevy
it goes
Chase is
downhill.
funny. He's just
Yeah.
supposedly a huge douche.
Well, so is Bill Murray.
But Bill Murray's not funny.
I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Alright. But anyway. Anyway, back on the fucking blues talk here. A little tangent. But
That's what I do. ADD.
it's alright. That's basically our podcast, so you fit right in. But
Change your name.
What do you mean I fit right in? I started this motherfucker.
I mean, I started it, but
Well, you
you were the first guest.
you had the idea, but I came on and set the tone
I'm
for the whole
basically
fucking
Jimmy
show.
Fallon, and you were Will Smith.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize Aladdin came out today.
Yeah, that
No
looks
interest.
terrible.
I want to see it.
Of course you do.
I just like movies, fuckface.
I like movies too. It looks.
I don't
even
like going to the movies.
I don't have anything
Never.
against Will Smith.
Fuck
as,
the movies.
as
People
the genie.
crunch their popcorn too damn fucking loud. I don't want to hear that shit.
Put headphones
Stay at
in.
home and eat your popcorn. Sorry. Misophonia. Look it up, folks.
Explain what that is, real quick.
Misophonia.
What is it?
Here. This kind of shit. Clicking a pen drives you crazy. Crunching on potato chips.
Oh, you couldn't live with me.
Any of that shit. I can't. The week we're in Florida, you drive me fucking insane.
I think I'm starting
Good.
to get it. I actually think I'm starting to get it. I was yelling at Katie the other night. I was
Yeah.
like, stop chomping. Stop
So,
doing that, too.
Anything... Does that bother you?
It's probably going to bother people listening to this fucking thing.
Well, they're going to look up misophonia, people. Join the club. I have
Do you,
almost
do you know
murdered
how to
people
spell
on
that?
airplanes.
Do you know how to spell that?
M-I-S-O phonia. P-H. Phonia.
No, there's a Y in there somewhere.
No, it's M-I-S-O-P-H-O-N-I-A.
Me so phony. Me so horny. Me so phony.
Well, with that, the Blues are on their way to the Stanley Cup Final for the first time since 1970, which we just covered.
Me so horny for a Stanley Cup.
Me
yeah,
too.
Definitely. I think all of us are. But with a series win over the San Jose Sharks, 4-2.
You have to look at your notes to say that.
4 games to 2. Yeah, it was 5-1 victory.
Yeah, I mean, I predicted the Blues to win that series in 5.
Yeah, well, they should have.
I think I should have been right.
Well, we can talk about the hand pass, but if the Blues would have freaking scored an empty net,
and it doesn't matter.
They finally scored an empty net in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah,
in Game 6.
Did they score 2? Did they score 1 in the game prior?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Just that last
I
game.
think Barbashev's was the first
that
empty net goal we had in this fucking playoffs.
That's fucking crazy.
They can't make them.
No, it's like their power play and
Well,
empty nets are just...
going back to Game 3, if Jaden Schwartz doesn't hit the post on that empty net, it's a game over. The Blues win probably the series in 5.
Oh, well, fuck. If you watch the game, if Kane didn't hit the fucking post in the first 10 seconds...
Right.
We're talking on empty nets.
Jesus Christ.
But that's all they
talked
talk
about that the whole game.
Yeah.
But I'm going back to the fucking hand pass.
You can say that in any hockey game, if.
Right.
If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
But I'm going back to the fucking hand pass here, where people are bitching about the referees, saying the referees fucked the Blues over. Well, if the Blues just scored a fucking empty net, they wouldn't be in that predicament.
Over. True.
That's
I
all
agree.
I'm saying, dickbags.
I agree, but I think it motivated them.
I think it did, too.
That shitty call.
I think it totally did.
Oh, it destroyed...
It could have went one way or the other. The Blues could have shut down.
That was the kick in the pants they needed.
Yep.
Because they came out and just destroyed.
Game 4 and 5, domination.
How many guys...
Actually, Game 4, I thought we dominated the first period, and then I actually thought we kind of sat back for the rest of the game. I thought we kind of played a really kind of shitty third period in that game.
Well, second period of Game 6 wasn't great.
6. Yeah, it was all right. Yeah. But that was we're also, just us thinking about like the negative things. We don't really think about the positives. And I think in like the second period, we had that fucking shift of Bowmeister, who was out on the ice. He couldn't get a line change. He was out there for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Is that what you said?
Something like that. Yeah,
and that's when
crazy.
The San Jose Sharks almost scored that goal, and fucking Couture missed that.
Parayko cleared off the line.
Oh my god!
Game 5 was our most complete game. Here, let me give you a couple stats here.
Yeah, for sure.
That nobody's talking about.
I love stats.
This is interesting.
Wait, let me intro this. Here come the stats.
Perfect.
Here they come.
Statman.
So
Tuncle is Statman.
Dallas, I don't think we ever led in faceoffs. Now listen to these stats. Games 1, 2, the Sharks beat us in faceoffs. 58 to 42%, 57-43%. In Game 3, that's the hand pass game, we were 52% to 48%. And then the Blues take over in faceoffs on the 3 games they win. 54-46, 57-43, 56-44. Anybody that says our faceoffs aren't important is insane.
Well, you go back to the Dallas series with the Blues and Stars, the games that we lost, we didn't win any fucking faceoffs.
We couldn't. Yeah.
Which was weird because Bozak and O'Reilly were the top faceoff getters of the entire season for the NHL.
So now they came on in San Jose. 3 games we win in a row. We out-dueled them on faceoffs.
You know what also helps to win?
Score goals.
If you don't give up shorthanded goals on power plays.
Well,
That does.
That goes
what game
back
was
to,
that?
That goes
that
back.
There was a few of them.
That would be Game 2. Game 2 against San Jose. So let's go back before we get to
one with Dallas too, though.
Yeah, before we get into Game 2, let's go to Game 1. So Game 1,
that was terrible.
San Jose wins 6-3.
Terrible.
And the thing that to me that stands out, the Blues had the extra day off from San Jose, but it wasn't a big layoff.
No.
But I think it kind of showed a little bit that San Jose had played recently more than the Blues.
That's my point about Boston and the 11 days off.
I
Boston's fucked. If the Blues sweep, it would not surprise me.
No. I don't like the Blues being off for almost a week. Honestly,
it's done.
I wish
though.
this
I
would have started today or tomorrow.
Yeah, I get it the way they schedule it because there's other stuff going on at the
Fuck NBC.
But it's not even the TV. Like, there's concerts and shit happening. That's a tough job to schedule.
I don't know the stat that's if you sweep a series and what the team does in the next one, but in conference finals, since they changed it in 1987, with this series concluded, teams that have gone back-to-back 7-game series are 2-10 moving forward into the conference finals. And San Jose was the 10th team now to lose. So they went back-to-back 7 games. But 6-3 game 1 against San Jose was, I think, our shittiest game of the series easily.
Well, that's obvious. That was the shittiest game of the playoffs, I think.
I'm trying to think.
That game was bad.
Didn't we have one against Winnipeg like that?
Yeah, but the one with game 1 against San Jose was just, that was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch. It was hard to watch. But the one thing we got out of the fucking game 1 was Ryan O'Reilly's goal was a fucking beauty of a goal. And fucking Bortuzzo setting the tone, I think, at the end of the game, moving
How about
forward.
O'Reilly coming on game 6 with 3 assists?
Well, we're going game by game.
I know. I'm just saying. Everybody's bitched about him, and I don't think it's
I've been one of
necessary.
those people.
He was on a point streak.
Dude, the guy shuts down lines.
Yeah. He does so much. So, like, what pisses me off, especially people bitching about Tarasenko, he's not doing shit. I'm like, yeah, but he's playing a 200-foot game, and his back checking is fucking phenomenal right now, which is a big key to success, especially in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Fucking O'Reilly's back checking has been great. But in game 1, what I really liked by Bortuzzo, and I think Bortuzzo has been, I mean, at least in the first half of this series against San Jose, I think Bortuzzo was our best defenseman. And at the end of game 1, he set the tone moving forward, getting into that fight. After that fight, I don't think the Blues looked back after that. But
no, they came out
They
hitting.
could have won 4 straight. Yeah, they should have.
Yeah. It was right after that, and then they fucking Carlson and I think it was just Carlson made some fucking douchebag comment saying like, "Oh, the Blues are just looking to intimidate us, and that it's not going to happen. We'll let the referees take care of that." And Carlson was also another one that made a fucking douchebag comment after game 4 or game 3 after the hand pass. So it's like, keep running your mouth. Look what happens.
Yeah, how'd that work out for him?
Yeah.
He wasn't even at the last game.
Yeah, pirate-looking motherfucker.
Oh, he looks like a creepy, like, pedophile trucker.
He does. He needs a haircut and shave that little spiral mustache or whatever the fuck you call it. Handlebar.
What?
Yeah, that.
It's like,
Yeah.
No, you look like one of my fucking balls.
Your ball hair's red?
Yeah. Just
And
on the
it's a
right.
straight line?
Just on the right side.
Is it blue on the other side?
My left ball has no hair.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's alopecia on your left nut?
Yeah.
all right, well, anyway, moving forward now.
Back to stat man.
My stats are done. I proved my point.
All right, so let's go to game 2. Game 2.
Are we live?
Yes, yeah, we're live.
Let's do it live. We'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Game 2 is a turning point. I'll just say that right now.
Blues go up 2-0, and honestly, aside from Petrangelo's fuck up on the power play, I think we maybe could have fucking shut them out that game. Because Petrangelo turns over the puck shorthanded, leads to the breakaway, which was a dumb fucking turnover because it was a no-look pass, too. He's going to throw the puck when Couture's right there. Just throw the puck down the boards. That's all we have to do.
You know what, though? Nobody's perfect 100% of the time. People make mistakes.
Shut up.
I mean, he's a human being. These people, they're not machines. They're not robots.
I disagree. I think Jordan Binnington's
Well,
a robot.
Binnington's different. But at the same time,
It was a bad play. But
It was a
Petro,
bad play.
he came on.
But bad
as the
plays
series
happen.
Came on,
That's
went
my
on.
point.
Yeah.
But really,
on top
Game
of that,
2 is a turning point.
But on top of that, the second goal that was scored by San Jose, Pietrangelo was late getting onto the ice, which led them to almost another breakaway. Pietrangelo, offensively, I think, has been phenomenal. Defensively,
he's always been vulnerable on defense. Let's be honest.
He's an offensive defenseman.
Yeah, he's also leading defensive point getter in Blues history in the playoffs.
Yep.
So we can't discount that.
Of course he is. We haven't played this many games.
Yep.
Yeah, but still, he helped get him there.
You know, guys,
it's a team effort.
It's valid points on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Petro lover. I'm just stating the facts.
I'm just saying, he's only human.
I'm only human after all.
Cut him some slack, guys.
But the player of the game Game 2, Robert Bertuzzo.
Again.
Holy shit.
Oh, MVP.
That goal he scored, though?
It's not a defenseman's goal.
No, it's not at all.
That's a goal scorer's goal.
That was one of the best goals I think I've seen all playoffs.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
I love the way he celebrates.
Which is screaming.
Yeah. Great.
Listen to his Spit and Chicklets episode.
I think I have.
Where he just keeps going. It's not annoying. But when he just keeps going, I know, you know, like constantly.
But yeah, that was a brilliant goal, and I think the turning point in the series. We're up 2-0, give up a 2-0 lead. It looks like the Sharks are going to go up 2-0 in that series. And the Blues come back and win that game.
But that's this team. They've been doing it over and over and over again.
What does it remind you of?
Resilience.
It reminds me of the 2011 Cardinals, which everybody talks about now, but you heard it here first, weeks ago.
Who's that guy that hit the home run in Game 6?
Oh, Game 6 of what?
I think it was...
Of the 2011...
I think his name was Dave.
World Series.
Dave?
Oh, yeah, Backus. David Backus.
Oh,
yeah. David Backus.
He had a great series against the Texas Rangers.
Yep.
But yeah.
Did you see Freeze on the video now at the games?
Yeah,
they got him going.
Yeah.
What's funny about that Game 6, though, and we're getting way off track, everybody forgets all about Lance Berkman in that game.
They do in the 10th inning.
Freeze.
Yeah.
Berkman was just as big.
Oh, hell yeah.
In that comeback.
He hit that home run, tied the game. For the second time.
And a base hit to tie it.
Yeah. Because Freeze had that triple, too, earlier.
That was in the 9th?
In the 9th or 10th. I
think it was the 9th.
But him and Berkman,
which if defensive, a good right fielder would
yeah, because Nelson Cruz?
Weren't the Cardinals losing that game by 4 runs, I think?
I don't remember.
Going towards the 8th, the later innings?
Yeah. They were down to their last strike 6 times.
That's As Joe Beck said, they just
Joe Beck? You mean Joe Buck?
Fuck Joe Buck.
Joe Buck's
cool. They just won't go away.
Joe Buck is way cooler than John Hamm.
I disagree.
I like Joe Buck.
Joe Buck can't get away with wearing a scarf.
Yeah, he can.
No, he can't.
Joe, what? Okay, on a side note, what's Joe Buck's best call as a sports commentator?
Oh, dude, that fucking "we'll see you tomorrow night" that he took from his dad.
Yeah, I disagree. Mark McGuire's 62nd home run, I think, is his best call because he goes nuts during that, and he doesn't really go nuts.
Fuck Mark McGuire.
Down the left field line. Is it enough? And there's that pause, and then gone.
It didn't win a Cardinals or World Series.
It was still
Fuck
cool
him.
though.
But
that pause though felt like it was
that's Freeze call, and he got to do the tribute to his dad. That was a badass call.
All right,
back
to the hockey.
Fuck Joe.
Game 3 comes now.
Oh, Game 3, also known as
the hand pass.
The hand pass.
So the San Jose Sharks actually go up 2-0 quick on the Blues.
But then
was it Tarasenko that scored the first goal? And then then San Jose scored again. You're like, fuck, it's going to be one of those games that you get that goal and then it's come back. Blues scored 4 goals in the second period to take the lead 4-3.
The best period ever.
David Perron had 2 goals in that period. he almost had a hat trick, actually. I think he hit the post.
So, let me just back up. Alexander Steen scored the first goal.
Steiner did.
And then Tarasenko tied it.
Steiner.
I'm sorry, he didn't tie it. It was 3-2 then. Perron tied it.
Yeah, Perron had 2 goals.
Yep, and then Perron had to go ahead.
So, here's the thing. People, I think, which, I mean, the refs fucked us. Completely fucked us.
Shouldn't have been there.
Exactly. That goal should never happen from San Jose in the later minutes. Schwartz should have hit that empty net, hits the post, we go to overtime. But that
Schwartz's fault.
yeah, fuck Schwartz, right? But
he's done nothing. He's terrible.
Yeah.
But you go to the hand pass, which doesn't make any sense because it should have been reviewable. Even the NHL came out and said it should have been a reviewable play.
Yep.
The referees fucked us. Those referees basically have gotten suspended for the rest of the playoffs. They were supposed to referee the Stanley Cup Finals, which they are not doing anymore. They got taken off duty immediately. So
let's review that Game 3. The tying goal with seconds left. Who scored that?
Was it Couture?
It was Couture. Remember that name? Because you didn't hear much from him after that. They shut him down.
Nope. Yeah.
That guy scored his 14th goal of the playoffs in Game 3.
Which, if the San Jose Sharks would have went to the Stanley Cup Final, he would have went down as one of the greatest playoff performers of all time.
And I'm not sure he had another goal after that.
I don't think he did. The Blues shut him down. The Blues shut him down. Actually, in that game, the Blues shut him down. That was the only time Couture scored, and the puck just kind of trickled in. It wasn't like a magnificent goal by any means.
It almost looked like Pavelski was the last to touch it. I mean, he barely touched it.
But I think the Blues did a fantastic job of shutting down Couture and Hertl in that game, and those were the 2 biggest point getters for the San Jose Sharks. And after that, you barely heard Couture's name.
Nope.
Oh, and then you have Evander Kane, who I think is completely overrated and is a head case. And if you go back to his time in Winnipeg when he got traded, I don't know if you saw the picture or not. When he got traded, he's walking down, or Bufflin's walking to the ice. It was the night he got traded. Bufflin's walking to the ice, and Kane's like clapping for them, like to go out, take the ice, and Bufflin's giving him the finger as he walked past him, as he looked him in the face. You ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
Really?
So what game was that?
Apparently
We're talking Game 3. So here, let's see about this real quick.
What are you looking at?
Logan Couture in Game 3.
I think he had 1 goal in either 4. Maybe not.
In Game 4, Logan Couture was a -1. In Game 5, Logan Couture, Statman, was a -2. And in Game 6, Logan Couture was a -2. He was -5 the last 3 games.
Yeah, the Blues, this team adjusts.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Bufflin Vander Kane picture. When apparently he caused a bunch of shit in the locker room. Bufflin was not putting up with it anymore, and that's apparently he was a major factor in getting
How about that
Vander Kane
from
traded.
Statman? -5 the last 3 games, Logan Couture.
Yeah,
do this for me. I'm Statman.
I'm Statman.
Yeah, it could have been better.
I'm Statman! Which was better?
Sounds like Duffman from The Simpsons.
Alright, so that hand pass happens, bullshit. And then Erik Karlsson makes the comment, we're not playing handball, are we?
Douche.
Right. Karma's a bitch, because Erik Karlsson got injured the next game. And which I guess... Which was a weird play, too, because he was just skating, wasn't he?
Was it Game 4 or 5 he got injured in?
It was Game 4 he got injured in.
Oh,
he didn't play Game 6.
Yeah, a lot of guys, a lot of Sharks got injured towards the end of that series.
You know, I read an article today. Well, that was Game 5. I don't want to jump to Game 5, but that they said Barbashev hit was still dirty. I'm like, no.
No, it wasn't.
No.
You watch it from another angle, it looks like he doesn't even hit his head.
He hardly hit his chin.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have caught him, but he didn't come up on him.
No. If it was dirty, he would have gotten suspended. The NHL doesn't fuck around with headshots right now.
No, they don't.
So, but on Game 4, Blues win 2-1. Blues get both their goals in the first period. This is the game I thought, like, was a little shaky to me because I thought the Blues played like a phenomenal first period and they came out on fire. They're setting the tone. They're pissed off from the hand pass. And I thought the second and third periods, I thought they just kind of sat back again.
Yeah, they went into the shell that they kind of did in period 2 of Game 6, which I don't like when they do that. But they need to continue to attack.
Yeah, but they pulled it off. And then with about 14 minutes left in the third, Erik Karlsson apparently... I don't know if it came out yet or what his injury is, but it seemed like he tore his groin.
Is that or he tweaked it again?
Yeah.
I think he tweaked it because he tried to play in Game 5. If you tear it, you're not playing.
These are fucking... It's the NHL playoffs.
I don't
you
care.
might play on it.
You tear your groin, you're
Patrice Bergeron played with a punctured lung. Like, Joe
You don't need to breathe to play.
Joe Thornton, 2 seasons ago, played with 2 torn ACLs.
I've had a torn ACL, and I can still see that over a torn muscle.
Speaking of Thornton, that fucking beard makes him
What do you think's
look
growing
like
in that? And Burns.
It makes him look 40 years
I'd take Burns
older.
in a heartbeat, though.
No, 40 years older.
Oh.
He looks so old with that beard.
It was funny because when he shaved his beard at the beginning of this season, people were like, oh my god, he aged back like 20 years. It looked like he was like 30 years old again. That beard makes him look like he's like 50 years old.
Yes, that's my point.
That's what
I was saying. You're picking up what I'm laying down, Frogman.
Well, the other player we talk about that's shutting down, you talk about Couture, look at Burns.
Yep.
They shut his ass down, too.
Yep. And Burns was getting pissed.
He looked frustrated.
Yeah.
They were all frustrated. The end of...
Burns, I think, was more, like, visible than everybody else, though.
They were hitting him in their own zen behind the net on our forecheck, and he wasn't liking it, and he wasn't used to that.
Was it Game 5?
So
Blues had, like, 7 power plays in the third period.
I think it was, it
that's
was.
when they lost their composure.
The Sharks were done.
Yeah, they lost their composure.
Now, Game 5, Blues, this is the best game they played the entire playoffs.
Dominant.
I said that earlier.
Dominant.
Actually, I take that back. I actually think the game against Dallas, I think, was their best game, Game 7, because they held Dallas for 2 periods to 1 shot on goal.
Game 6 against Winnipeg was pretty damn good, too.
Yeah, that Game 5 with the Sharks, it was just awesome.
It was just pure dominance.
You could tell the Sharks were just getting so frustrated.
So Karlsson's injured, and on the first shift that he played, I think you and I even looked at each other like he is fucking hurt because he can't move. He can't get to the puck.
I was hoping he played in Game 6.
So did I. I mean, he turned the first play in the first 5 minutes of the game. He turns the puck over to Sundqvist and just takes a one-timer off the turnover and scores. Which, by the way, every time the Blues score first, they've won every game in the postseason.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yes, that is impressive.
Mm-hmm. And I think there was a game against Winnipeg. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 games against Winnipeg that we didn't score first. We ended up pulling it out. But every game that we have scored first, we have won.
Yeah, we were down 2-0 on the Jaden Schwartz last second winner.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Jaden Bennington.
But
he's a great player.
Going back to Dallas and San Jose, whoever scored first in each series has won the game. Which I was like trying not to say to you.
So what you're telling me is we need to score first on Monday.
Yes, yeah.
I think we just need to score more goals than the other team.
I agree.
That's a great point.
That's always a really good way to try and win.
Yeah. But Game 5, fucking hitting the shit out of Burns and Karlsson. That's the game that the Blues took up the aggression to another level with scoring goals.
Oh, Game 5 was fun to watch.
They were hitting everybody, and Karlsson, I don't think, did he even play in the third period?
Hits that game. This is going to be shocking.
Man.
This is going to be shocking to you. I can't believe I'm saying this. Hits Sharks 52, Blues 34. That's pretty surprising.
Well, because our hits were bigger than theirs, though.
They were better hits.
And
I agree.
In that game,
shocking stat.
Game 5, the Sharks lose Joe Pavelski, Erik Karlsson, and Thomas Hertl. Or Tomas Hertl.
Yeah, they finished that game with like an empty bench.
Well, yeah, and then they had Haley, who was trying to fight everybody on the Blues bench, and then as he
was hilarious.
It was hilarious because as he's skating by the bench, I think it was Shen that was leaning over the bench, just being like, "I'll fuck you up." Like,
I love Shen.
So do I. And Barbashev,
I like his style.
Barbashev, I don't even think the hit on Hurdle was that bad. People were saying it was a blindside. It was, keep your head up. Look what's coming to you.
He just got rid of the puck. It was one of those he was already in action.
Yeah.
And I would be fair to say if it was a dirty hit.
The Pavelski hit, though, I thought was hilarious because right before that play happened, Tarasenko took a pretty nasty hit. And I remember it looked like that they were targeting his head, too. It didn't look like that they were trying to hit him. It looked like they were legit trying to injure him.
No, they weren't out there trying to hurt people.
Yeah.
They got so frustrated. I think their coach might have...
He's a douche.
He is a douche.
Sweep the leg kind of thing.
Peter DeBouche.
To that point, I remember saying when
let's all stand up and talk
when
about
Petro hit Pavelski, I remember saying, try and hit our star, we're going to go after yours.
Yeah. You said it to me.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Tarasenko just took kind of a cheap shot, and he was slow to get up at first. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It's like, if he gets hurt now, and that was after he scored that beauty of a fucking penalty shot.
Oh, it was so beautiful.
That was one of the best penalty shot goals I've ever seen in my life.
Lovely.
That was awesome.
The way he just put it in the top corner was great. And then he gets hit. He's slow to get up. And then I was like, well, Blues better fucking... in my head, I'm like, Blues better fucking retaliate. And they did by fucking going after Pavelski. And I said to you, I think this hit was dirtier than Barbashev's hit on Hurdle. I thought
Petro came up a little at the end.
Because he hits him, and as Pavelski's falling over, you see Petro move his elbow and drill Pavelski right in the side of the head. Like,
let's be honest about it, too. Petro's not a rough, tough type of player.
That pissed him off.
That showed a little leadership there that I think he lacks at times. Going after their guy.
That's why he wears the C on a sweater, boys.
Or
Cooter.
Or you hit our captain, we hit your captain. Because I think this team has been led by Tarasenko and O'Reilly for the second half of the year, in my opinion. But that's just me.
Not in the locker room. Can't make that decision.
Yeah.
No comment.
I actually think they've been led by Mr. Bennington.
Bennington owns this team.
You're both wrong. Jordan Berube. Craig Berube.
Craig Berube's done one hell of a job.
Yes, he has.
I like his head. Do you know what I was thinking at the end of the handshake? How great would it be at the end of the handshake? I haven't liked San Jose's coach since they beat us in 2016. Can you imagine if our coaches got in a fight with another bench?
Or they beat the shit out of him.
Berube and Ott, they'd kill people.
Yeah. Larry Robinson used to be a fighter, or like somewhat of like a heavy hitter, I think, too, when he played. Like, it's just funny. Well, he's older, he's not going to do shit, but
it's kind of like my dad can beat up your dad, my coach can beat up your coach.
Oh, my God, yeah. Well, I think Steve Ott could maybe play one more year in the NHL, too.
He could if he could move. Yeah. Much like Maroon. But
yeah, but Maroon's...
Ott maybe... Yeah. Hey, I'm not ripping. He's a Oakville
Maroon cracks me up, though. He gets under people's skin and skates off laughing at him.
I can't wait to see him and Marchand.
Oh, yeah.
I laugh at the TV.
Did you hear the question that came from Bennington got today?
Oh,
so
yeah.
I had that.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
So, well, we're going to get into the Stanley Cup here in a second. Let's go to...
we're going to get in the Stanley Cup? It's here? Where is it?
It's not close enough. Yeah, we still have 3 nights.
Where is it?
But Jaden Schwartz also hat trick in that game that we also didn't... That was like the one thing we didn't bring up from Game 5, Jaden Schwartz with a hat trick. His second hat trick of the playoffs.
Him getting a hat tricks.
Matching his goal total of the year.
He sucks. Not really.
But you
know what the best thing about his hat trick was? Is the watch party in St. Louis at the Enterprise Center. People threw their hats on the ice like it was a home game.
And shout out to the NHL for sharing my video. Thank you very much. Not a big deal.
Boom.
All right. Game 6 now. Game clincher, Western Conference Finals.
It finally happened.
me and you, Tuncle, me and you both said that we were going to lose the game, and we did not. We were not looking forward to that game.
It was reverse psychology.
See,
but I did not feel good about that game.
I was the complete opposite.
I thought we'd win in Game 7.
No, I was the complete opposite. And I again go back to the 2011 Cardinals because I do see a lot of similarities with these teams. Yes, I talk with my hands. Quit staring at my hand. After Game 5 and the ass kicking that they put on, it was like I didn't think the Sharks had a chance, and they didn't.
So they looked defeated. And
that's my point.
They looked hurt. They looked defeated.
They were hurt, and they were defeated.
And they looked old.
My brain told me that was definitely the case. What scared me was with Sharks being out with their 3 top players and everything, and the Blues in the past, that's a game where they would level down.
But here's the thing,
lose,
that I think,
but it's a different
team.
And
it's a different team.
And on this year, the Blues have depth on say you bench a player. You go back to 2016. I think the Blues were in the same position as the Sharks with injuries, getting to the finals for the first time like in a while.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point. I never thought of that. Yes.
Fucking idiot. But back in 2016, the Blues had nobody they could just take.
Remember we shaved our beards in the middle of that game?
We shaved our beards, like half off.
Yeah.
And then
thinking they might come back and win.
And there was
memories.
And then there was that real cunt there. But
did Blues or San Jose have home ice advantage that year?
Blues did.
Okay, so Game 7 would have been in the Blue.
Yep. We lost in 6, and it was in San Jose. But Blues were injured going in. Tarasenko and Backus were both injured, which was a huge blows to the Blues.
Fuck Backus.
But at the time,
Boston.
At the time, you could not take anybody off our bench and replace those 2 players. Like how if you could now, you have players on the bench now that you could put into the lineup and they can make a difference in terms of Robbie Fabry.
Not to replace Tarasenko.
No, I'm not saying like big names, but I'm saying like we have
skilled,
depth. We have depth.
Players.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, dude, Thomas.
You can take him off.
That dude's gonna be a stud.
What's the other young guy? Blay.
Yeah.
But you say you take one of those players off, you can take one of the players from the other lines, move them up, and then you put the.
Well, look what's happened on defense. We lost Vince Dunn, and Gunnarsson came in and done a great
and we still have Michael Del Zotto.
Yeah, Dunn is done.
I hope he's not. I'd like to see him back in the Stanley Cup Finals.
So, Game 6.
We won.
Yeah, we won.
Okay. I didn't know if you knew.
Yeah, we won. And the Blues, I think, just completely dominated. Again.
Yes,
for the most part.
Which is what I predicted.
Sharks scored that one goal, and then there was the Bouwmeester
When it was 2-1, it was concerning.
Which, I'm not
saying
Bouwmeester
no, remember, 2-1. Don't you shake your
I
head.
will. You can ask your sister. We were watching, and she was freaking out, and I was like, just wait.
At 2-1, the one shot came that got behind Bennington and trickled, and Parayko's cleared it.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was close to being tied.
That's what I was bringing up.
That's this team.
But then we beat their ass.
But that's what I was bringing up. We got scored on by the Sharks, and that play happens 4 minutes later. Within those 4 minutes, though, was the Bouwmeester shift where he couldn't get off the ice. And I'm not saying Bouwmeester played a bad shift by any means.
I got him talking with his hands.
Yeah, I always do. But I'm not saying Bouwmeester played like a bad shift by any means, but he just couldn't get off the ice. And I think Bouwmeester wasn't the only one that couldn't get off the ice in that shift. And the San Jose Sharks kept possession in our zone for like 2 minutes straight. I totally thought they were going to tie the game there. And then that puck came like right there. It reminded me of the fucking Brent Seabrook fucking Game 7 against the Blackhawks where he hit both posts. It was just like, oh fuck. And let's just tie the game. And then Parayko just clears it. I think Parayko cleared that puck, too.
Parayko did.
Parayko. That fucking slap shot from the previous
when he knocked Bishop out.
Bishop. I thought he was dead.
So
I hope he does that to Tuukka Rask in Game 1.
So, Greg, I feel like you would get a kick out of this.
Ah!
Fucking fuck. So, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about Parayko hitting that slap shot on Ben Bishop.
That was great. I loved it.
And then Jim goes, I bet Martin Jones is probably like, I can take that slap shot. And I go, like Korg from Thor. I'm like, that's exactly what Ben used to say. See you later, noob Ben.
I love Thor.
Korg's the best.
Oh, I almost gave a spoiler. I'm not going to. Go see Endgame, though. It's awesome.
Call me a dickhead again.
Did you see Endgame,
Let's
Tuncle?
get back to hockey.
Don't you think that's clever, though? That's exactly what Ben used to say.
Let's
See you later, noob Ben.
So we're through Game 6. We covered the series. Now we wait. So let's talk.
Wait and wait.
Blues
and
get that
wait.
fucking.
Too long a wait.
We get the fucking Western Conference Finals. We win it. First, oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on the
I
fucking
had
trophy.
tears in my eyes.
I'm drawing a blank on the goddamn trophy we just won.
Campbell.
We get the Campbell Trophy. I've never seen it.
Campbell Bowl.
The Campbell Bowl. I've never seen it.
Call it a trophy.
Never seen it in real life for the Blues. Only in video games.
They serve soup out of it.
Campbell's soup, chicken noodle.
But hey, we won.
Chicken and rice.
Did you get teary-eyed?
I did.
Yeah, I don't think if you're
I did.
from
I
St.
was
Louis,
hugging some old man in my seat next to me.
if you're a Blues fan from St. Louis and you didn't get teary-eyed, I think you've just been a longer baseball fan.
You know, there's a lot of people in St. Louis that are baseball and hockey fans. You always put this,
You just
it's
became
one or
one.
the other.
You just became one.
I'm not talking about me, but I'm saying...
there's a lot
Sorry.
that have become
There's a
Blues
lot.
fans
I was
gonna
this
say,
year.
but when you grow up in Oakville and work at a restaurant with a lot of wieners that come into that place who are just strictly baseball fans, it's a fucking thing you tend to
Okay,
think
that's
about.
that's like 10 people. Who cares?
Let's be honest, they're expanding their fan base like crazy this year.
Yeah,
well,
they
it's
are.
a
But
fun,
that's any city.
It's a fun
Yeah.
team to watch.
No shit.
Yeah. So here we are, Stanley Cup Final, first time since 1970. We've now the Blues and obviously NBC Sports posted this. They said for the first time ever, Boston and St. Louis will have now met in every single sport.
Well, they already have.
Yeah, which I would even think about. We already have, duh.
Yeah.
But they,
And we owe those bastards.
yeah, we did.
Boston's beat us in every sport as well.
Go Patriots.
Third-
Yeah.
hey,
Fuck the Patriots.
Third sports of charm, right?
I was at that game. That's another reason we owe them. I was at the game where the freaking Patriots beat the Rams.
I rewatched that game
Fuck
a few
Stan
months ago.
Kroenke.
Right before we went to Vegas. I rewatched that game. That game was awesome.
It was.
I want to bring this up real quick before we talk about or preview the Stanley Cup. Jim and I made predictions at the beginning of the playoffs, so who would be in the Stanley Cup Final. Jim said the Blues and Tampa Bay Lightning.
He was close.
I said,
He was
who
50%.
did I say? I said the St. Louis Blues and the Boston Bruins.
That's
the
pretty
only
good.
two teams I got right for the entire fucking thing.
Well, pin a rose on your nose, doggy Dan.
Seriously, those are the only two teams I got correct moving forward at the beginning of the season.
That's pretty good.
And so in the first round, I said Blues in 6. Blues in 6. I said Blues in 5, but I didn't know if we were playing Dallas. Now it's all going back.
Yeah, that was a little aggressive.
And then I said Blues in 6 against for this round. So I'm 2 for 2. And then at the beginning of the year, I said Blues in 6 for the Stanley Cup against Boston.
Beginning of the year or beginning of the playoffs?
Beginning of playoffs. Beginning
Okay.
of playoffs.
I was gonna say, shit, bitch, you should have bought a ticket like the one dude
Shit.
down in Vegas.
I got one series wrong without knowing who the teams are and the numbers correct. Hopefully that stays true so we can go back to the game. I'm changing my prediction though.
Shit.
I did last round too. I said Blues in 5 last round. I was technically correct because fuck that hand pass.
We lost.
Nope, fuck missing the empty net.
Yeah.
Stout, I just want to get this out of the way real quick. Stout said he's got the Blues in 6.
Okay.
I have the Blues in 4.
I agree.
I'm not buying that one, gentlemen.
Yeah, the Blues in 4. I think
Okay.
this,
I
this
love
breaks-
the
this is where the
aggressiveness.
curse gets reversed. Goes to Boston now.
This 11-day break for Boston is
But
going to
we've
kill
had
them.
we're gonna have a 6-day break.
That's all right. They needed it.
I agree. I would have liked to see a 4-day. I would have liked to see them start tomorrow.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna say Blues in 7.
Blues in 7.
I'm tired of hearing Boston in 5. Boston, all these analysis, Boston in 5. I think
don't-
it's going to be a long. I hope it's a long series.
I don't think I could do a Game 7.
Oh, I'd have a heart attack.
Stanley Cup Finals.
You know what,
Blues.
though?
But there's nothing better.
Oh my
There
God,
isn't.
I die.
But, I mean, honestly, let's think about this. I don't like to say this, but if the Blues lost the Stanley Cup,
Cut his mic off.
Would you be satisfied with what they've done this year?
Yeah, I'd be pissed off for like the first 20 minutes, but then I just be
I mean,
like,
you
man.
have to look at what they've done.
Last place.
It's been a great season.
Last place
Absolutely.
on January 3rd, which I want to bring up since I have you here. On January 3rd, or around there at least, in December or January,
Oh, Jane, that was right around Winter Classic.
you were texting me and even commenting on my Facebook, so I got proof.
I'm done. I was done with them.
Yeah, you were done, and I said,
Why wouldn't you be?
I
They
said
were
wait.
horrible.
I said wait until after the All-Star break to judge this team because I don't
Yeah,
think
you
it's
did.
not done yet.
You did say that.
I was like, I think the Blues have something special here,
Yeah.
and
I didn't see it.
I don't know. I just thought that
They were a disaster.
Now,
You know what, though?
But
you're
they
going to
made-
have to go back.
They made
to
changes.
You're going to have to go back to your comments because you were all over Army, and he has assembled a team that's gotten to the
I
Stanley
still
Cup.
am over him. I mean, it's still all. I
Yeah,
still
but
am.
You
But
were always a Jake Allen apologist.
Yes,
too.
you were.
until December of this year. I
did.
even said,
You're
yeah.
backtracking.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You did turn finally, but you fucking
turned-
were all over his cock for the last
I was.
3 years,
So I
and
don't
he
think
was
he-
the most. He was so
But
up
there-
and down. It
but
was
the-
unbelievable.
I agree now.
They didn't trust him. They were a different team no
Yeah,
matter
they-
when
they didn't play. They
Even
didn't
when
play.
Carter Hutton last year played, they were a better team
But
for
is
whatever
that,
reason.
But here's the thing: is that on the goaltender or
Yes.
is that on your defense? Because if you just said that they played better in front of them, don't you think that they would win those games then?
You gotta
No,
have
not
faith.
play better in front of Allen.
Exactly. So how is that on Allen if they didn't play better? Of course, you're not going to win games if you don't play
Because
better.
I don't think they had any
Because
trust in him.
they didn't trust him. They
Yep.
didn't have any faith. No matter what they did,
They knew there'd be a weak
they
goal or
thought
something that
he'd
would
let
fuck
up
him.
goals.
Yep.
The only reason why I disagree with that is because
He's
I don't.
still sucking Allen's dick.
No, I'm not.
Proving my point.
No,
Yeah.
but the only thing is, I don't think he would still be on the team if that was the case. If the
he's-
players were really
he's bad.
that much against him, I don't even think he would be our backup.
I'm not saying they're
It's not
against
their,
him.
they like the guy. It's
Yeah.
a mental thing. They just
I'm not saying they did it on purpose. I just think mentally they played a different game.
That's fair. No.
when somebody they trusted was behind them.
Yeah, no, I agree,
now.
but
Finally.
But growing up playing hockey, you're always taught to never talk shit on the goalie, even if it's their fault.
Okay, so let's ask this question. Is Bennington on a hot streak? Or is he the real deal?
I think he's the real deal.
I think
Do
we
you know
have
what
a
I
goalie
said?
of the future.
Do you know what I said to you?
Finally.
And
Finally.
do you know what I said to you after that 11-game winning streak? And you said, and you laughed in my
Allen.
face. And you laughed in my face. I said, Jordan Bennington reminds me of Jonathan Quick, a guy that you'd never heard of. And then all of a sudden, the Kings went on that fucking run, and they got hot at the very end of the year. They got hot. They sucked for the whole beginning of the year. They got hot because of Jonathan Quick and a few of the players, offensive players. Throughout the playoffs, you found out who Jonathan Quick was. You realized how good Jonathan Quick really is.
They're different goalies, though.
But I'm saying, you never heard Jonathan Quick's name before that first Stanley Cup run.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. I'm like, he reminds me of Jonathan Quick because he's making these fucking big saves and key saves, and he's bringing us to another level.
Well, his big thing is he gives up 2 goals. They're down 2-0, and he gives them a chance to stay in it.
Yeah,
He makes the big saves when they're
Exactly.
needed.
Right.
exactly. That's
And
how.
that's what Allen did.
Allen
too.
would always just, oh, darn it. I let up some goals, and we're going to lose. Nah. I'm Jake Allen. I suck.
The only game I thought about putting Allen in was game
Never.
1. No, don't hear me out. The only reason why.
Nope.
Never.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Just
Yep.
hold on.
You got a sound effect for.
I don't care if they scored 12 goals. I wouldn't have put that asshole
No,
in.
I am wrong. But all I was thinking about was game 1 when we had 6 goals against San Jose, and I was like, maybe take him out just because you don't want him to get hurt.
No.
Because
I
you
don't-
want him
I
to start
agree.
every game. But I like what Berube said.
Didn't want to fuck with his
So
mentality.
in the press conference, which Berube has the best press conferences ever because he's an asshole, and I love it.
I love him.
He's the best. But
why'd you ask that question?
Yeah. He's like, what do you think? Do you think it was the best? Yes. He goes, okay, then why'd you ask that? Don't ask that again.
Oh, he's got the La Russa mentality.
He's fucking great.
Yeah.
But when somebody asked me, like, did you ever think about putting Allen in just because it was already 5-6-0? And he goes, nope, never had that thought in my mind. Never would think about that. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
That's so I thought put Allen in before I heard Berube say that. I heard Berube say that, and I was like, all right, never mind, I'm wrong.
He's pulled all the right strings.
Yep.
When he put Fabry in, Fabry scored a goal that game. I think against Winnipeg or Dallas.
Dallas, game 1 against Dallas. Well, no, Fabry was in 2 games prior to that, and Fabry was flying.
And then he finally scored.
And I was saying Fabry's going to get a fucking goal because
when he
he's
made
flying.
the switch, Fabry for Blais, the
Blais
timing was right.
Yeah, and Blais has been hitting the shit out of people.
And he's done the same. He rotated Bortuzzo and Gunnarsson for a game.
Oh, Gunnarsson got hurt, actually. That's why Bortuzzo came in.
Well, it was good timing and worked.
Oh, it's funny. A coach knows his team.
Thanks, McCarver.
Yeah. Thanks. Oh, well, if you're Federico.
Wow.
Holy
Thanks.
Jumping.
Holy. Oh, baby.
God, I hate people.
Thank you.
People
thank
love
you.
Ken Wilson. I couldn't stand Ken
See,
Wilson.
I'm not a fan of the thank you.
Me neither.
I think he's a better.
I just made fun of it.
I think he's a better announcer than Ken Wilson is.
You know who's the best?
You hated Ken Wilson.
Ken Wilson doesn't bother me as much as Kelly.
Really?
Yeah.
Chris Kerber, the radio guy. He's awesome.
You like him?
I love him.
I have mixed views on him.
I wish
I worked with him. He's actually pretty fucking.
He's
cool
awesome.
Dude. Yeah.
I wish he did TV broadcasts.
I would rather listen to him than Kelly, no doubt.
He's great.
I could do him and Pang.
Yeah, Kerber's the best.
Yeah,
I think
Pang.
Panger's my favorite.
Oh yeah, Pang's great. I'm not a fan of Kelly.
But if we're
though.
going,
Thank you.
But if we're
Thank
going,
you.
if we're
Thank
going
you.
all time, I think Doc Emmerich or Gary Thorne are the 2 best.
Oh, Gary Thorne, Bill Clement combo was great. But
Remember
I like
when we
Doc
saw Bill
too.
Clement at Citizen Kane's? And
Yes.
you were telling him to tell Gary Thorne to call his right to say the right player's name. He goes, I tell him, I write it down in front of him. He's not fucking doing it.
He did
I'll
say
never
the wrong
forget
names
that.
once.
I remember that
but he was
so
he was a good announcer though. Leaving your wallet.
And that was when the Blues were playing Detroit in the playoffs, I think, like in 2002. I remember that like vividly for some reason.
Yeah, he always had he called someone the wrong name all the time.
He called it was a bunch of people. It
It
wasn't just one person. He always called the wrong name. Because that's what you would always complain about with him. But, yeah, so... So Blues, Stanley Cup Final, first time since 1970 against the same team they played in 1970.
I gotta pee.
All right. But, yeah. All right. So, Stanley Cup Final. Boston and the Blues. Do you have any, predictions? Conn Smythe predictions, Todd? Do you have any Conn Smythe predictions?
Well, since I picked the Blues in 7...
People probably listen to this think I'm talking to myself when I say Todd.
Yeah. Since I picked the Blues in 7...
But you're tricky, and he's Tuncle.
I know.
Who the fuck is Todd?
All right, so I picked the Blues in 7. So obviously I'm going to have to go with a Conn Smythe player from the Blues. And...
It's got to be Schwartz.
There's 7 games left in the Stanley Cup Finals of the way I picked it.
It's got to be Schwartz.
It's not going to be Schwartz. It's going to be Jordan Binnington. This is going to be a low-scoring series. And Binnington...
See, that's what I think the Blues are going to run them up. But what?
Actually, picked a sweep. I don't agree with the sweep. So
here's another thing.
If it's a sweep, it's definitely Binnington because he's obviously had a shutout or 2.
The Blues have had 18 different players score
and the
goals.
Bruins have had 19.
Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring series.
Could be.
I think it's going to be a sweep, though, because
They've
of
also
how much
played teams that aren't as defensively focused as they are,
and just the amount of off time that the Bruins have had.
I don't think that's going to be as a big
And,
effect
hey,
as you guys think.
It's a big time.
Every Eastern Conference
I think it
team
is effective.
that has gone to the next round, aside from Columbus Blue Jackets, have gotten swept in the following round.
That doesn't. I mean, that's just coincidency. Coinkydinks.
But what if
Boston's a good team? This is going to be a long series, boys. I would love to see us
I hope
sweep
it
them.
is, just because. So
I wouldn't. I'd rather us sweep them.
No,
My
'cause
stress and
I wanna
everything would be better.
No, but I want to be back in St. Louis for like the
Well,
clinching.
it would be for Game 4 if they sweep. I just don't see a sweep happening. Can't see it.
Well, you got blinders on to the world, Jack. What movie is that from?
Titanic.
Nope.
I don't know. I've never heard an asshole sound like that before.
Speed.
Does he say it that slow too?
Kinda.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
There you go.
When
are you gonna do?
All right, pop quiz. When have the Blues swept somebody?
Dallas Stars, 2001.
So there you go. We're not a sweeper.
Was that the last time?
See, you can't compare like that.
Was that the last time that we
Because
swept somebody?
It's different.
But even
players.
this team, we were up 2-0 on Winnipeg and let them back in 2-2.
Winnipeg didn't have 11 days off.
I don't think it's
I
going to
think
have
you're
that big of an effect.
underestimating that break.
I hope I am.
The Bruins are obviously worried about it because they're doing fucking inter scrimmages.
True.
They know it's a problem.
I don't think it's that big
The
of a
worst
problem.
thing that could have happened for the Bruins, and I said it in Game 2 of the Bruins and Carolina, if they sweep, they're going to lose the Stanley Cup.
Was that the last time the Blues
I
really
hope
have
you're
swept
right.
a series?
I don't know.
I just pulled that. I just remember
It's been a
that.
long time.
I just remember that.
Doesn't
series.
matter. This isn't your grandma's Blues team, fellas. This is a new generation of
I
hockey.
think Boston's a good enough team that the layoff is not going to affect them as much as it did other teams.
Well, Zdeno Chara be healthy?
He is healthy and he's ready to play.
That's good. I want him on the ice.
I hope you're wrong.
I hope he's wrong too. I hope he gets hurt. Not
But
really.
Jordan Binnington.
I respect him.
Jordan
Yeah, I
Binnington
don't-
was asked today. Bruins coach Bruce Cassidy suggesting that Boston has the advantage against Binnington because he has spent the last season with Bruins AHL officiate in Providence. And Binnington's response was, "That's good, I guess."
And
then-
Maroon laughed out
yeah,
loud.
And then Pat Maroon just apparently looked at him and laughed out loud.
That's
all
a great
Maroon does.
response.
It is.
Maroon just laughs.
It's just a Binnington response, though. Just like, whatever. I don't care. Like, did you see when we won the series against the Sharks? You said both posts again. I don't care. Like, when we won double overtime against Dallas, he hit both posts and just skated off. It wasn't like a happy skate. He just, like, skated off like it was a
The
fucking
only time I've
intermission.
seen him show some true emotion was that hand pass goal when he banged his stick.
Yeah.
on
Oh, when he was
glass.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and who was it that
Shen.
hit the glass? After?
Shen did, too.
Was it Shen?
So
That was hilarious.
I asked on Facebook, what are your predictions for the series coming up? Mark Nicholson said Blues in 6, just the way the story should end. Ken Everett said the Rat is going down. He'll be crumbled on the ice in a puddle of his own blood and urine. Right? That wasn't really a prediction. But. Trisha said, where do you find those Blues towels? And
You got some
Don't even.
You have some brilliant followers.
Jimmy Hull said Blues win at home in 6. No other way. Jamel said Blues in 6. And Joe Van Cardo said Boston in 5.
Who's Joe Van Carter?
He's a Boston fan.
Hey, Joe. Go fuck yourself.
So it would be really cool we come full circle with my comparison to the 2011 Cardinals. And it does go seven. It goes 7 games. Game 6, you get another, like, double overtime. Pat Maroon winning.
Are you down 3 goals going into the third period with possible elimination? The Blues come back and tie it.
But I don't want to go through all that.
No,
It's fun when it's over.
I've almost had a heart attack at some of these games.
Like,
really
I just come out, dominate, sweep, be done with it, get the fucking cup. And we don't even have to worry or stress.
Who's going to get into it with Brad Marchand?
Pat Maroon.
Oh, Maroon's going to be...
Do you think Maroon? Or you think... I actually personally think it's going to be Shen.
I could see Shen, Maroon,
Actually,
or Perron.
I could actually see Tarasenko getting into it with him.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
We'll just name the whole team.
If Marchand does any of that bullshit where he punches somebody in the back of the head, our team's gonna fucking destroy him.
Do you know the only thing I'd like to see
fucking
Marchand
Barbashev
do?
just might lay him out.
Do you know what I would like to see him do?
What?
I want to see him lick Petrangelo's beard. Remember when he licked the dude? Yeah. Who did he lick?
Do you know who did that before him, though?
What?
Do you remember the 24/7, like the HBO 24/7? Mm-hmm. So on the year that the Rangers and the Flyers had their 24/7, Giroux was taking a face-off against the Dallas Stars, and the guy taking the face-off was Steve Ott. Ott licked his visor, and he's like, "You think you're good? I bet you I beat you on this face-off." And he just kept licking his visor, like every time he did it.
But Marchand licked his face.
That's fine.
Who was it he licked? Do you remember the team?
I don't remember.
It was in the first round last year, wasn't it?
Was it last year or 2 years ago?
I think it was against Washington.
You know what I want to see in
classic.
this series? A good old goalie fight.
That'd be nice.
Bennington's been in 2, actually.
Yeah,
So-
that'd be epic.
Yeah.
Wow, Statman didn't know. Statman!
Statman don't know shit!
Bennington was the cause of the one where the guy chased Vince Dunn down the hallway when they were walking to the locker room, and Vince Dunn beat the shit out of the guy.
So do we have any reports on Vince Dunn?
Vince Dunn actually could play Game 1, apparently.
I would love to have his puck moving.
They said
ass
his
in
progression has been
lineup.
way faster than what they thought, and he might be ready to go.
Are we
That's-
talking
Final.
progression from concussion, or did he break his jaw?
I think both. You're going to probably see a cage, and
I would think a cage.
But that's the good part of the break. Everybody gets healthy.
I mean,
There's
if
pros and
if
cons.
he broke his jaw and were a cage, he could technically play.
The only thing I don't like about the break is that Tarasenko is heating up. It's the only thing.
That's why you guys talk about the Boston break of 10 days. We have a 6-day break.
It's 11 days.
6 days versus 11 days.
6 days. I mean, that's an all-star break. That's no big deal.
See, I still think
But-
it's
And how'd the
NH
Blues do after the all-star break?
lovely.
So shut the fuck up.
How did Boston do after the All-Star break?
I don't know.
Me neither.
What's the season record between the Blues and
1-1.
1-1?
They each won at home. Boston beat the Blues 5-1 in Boston.
Was that at the beginning? That was at the beginning of the year, wasn't it?
Let me clarify. Jake Allen was in goal.
Beginning of the year.
But
Yes.
that actually reminds me of something I wanted to say.
And the Blues beat Boston in shootouts at home
Right.
in their run.
How about the Blues on the road in the playoffs?
7-2?
7-2, I think,
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
They've lost to Dallas and
San Jose
Yeah.
won.
Home ice means nothing.
No.
In
That's
the,
why
I'm not
in the
worried about
playoffs.
that.
Well, it's just funny. A lot of people, which I'm surprised the media isn't talking about. The Blues are staying at the Westin downtown St. Louis
I saw him there at a meeting.
during
Got
home
pictures
games.
of Petrangelo and Jaden Shorts.
But they're staying there for home games because they want to get the vibe of that it's a
Yeah,
road
that
game.
they're on the road. It
And
makes total
nobody
sense.
go to the fucking Westin and bother them during this.
Well, then
Stanley
why don't
Cup
you guys
playoffs,
quit
or I
telling
will
them,
kill
everybody,
you.
quit telling all the millions of people listening to this podcast
The
where the
millions.
fucking
And
Blues are
millions.
Oh, Todd just did a rock quote.
I
Wow.
did.
I didn't
Do you
get
smell
that.
like a
so
rock is cooking?
I didn't know what you guys were talking about.
How'd you feel about him doing that?
What?
It doesn't matter how you felt.
Wow, that was loud.
I don't know what's happening.
It's
It's
wrestling.
It's that guy.
He's excited.
Oh, that looks like a faggot.
You know what, Greg? You know what you can do? Suck it! All these fucking queer wrestling things.
Anyway, so
Suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it. Suck it! Yeah. Triple H.
anyway, Greg Tapella.
Come find me. Catch me outside.
Fucking idiot.
Cash me outside. So yeah, Blues win 7. Not a sweep, fellas.
I just ran this whole train off course.
I think Blues in 4.
I don't think you really believe that.
I do.
I believe it.
I think it's a bad prediction.
That's fine. It's a prediction. It doesn't have to be right. But I've been saying it for since Game 2 of the Boston series. And that was it, not even Blues. I said if Boston sweeps this series, whoever they play is going to win.
You said wins, not sweep.
Yes, and then I saw the Blues in the past 2 games, and I think they're firing on all cylinders.
Okay.
It's a perfect storm of a sweep. Really is.
Okay.
I think Rask or Binnington's better.
What?
I think Rask or Binnington's better.
Well, I think you have to say this at this point. Rask has won a Stanley Cup.
Has he?
Yes.
Thomas was their goaltender.
Rask wasn't the goalie when they won the Stanley Cup?
They went to the Stanley Cup Final
Thomas?
and they lost with Rask as their goaltender.
Okay. Well, that changes things.
Binnington's the key to all
I
this.
don't remember. I think Rask was maybe their backup.
Rask is hot right now. There's no doubt about it. But is it he's hot, or was Carolina really not that offensively powerful?
They said, who did Carolina beat prior? So it was the Islanders, right?
Islanders.
Yeah, and then they went to 7 against the Capitals before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Boston's had the easier route to the Stanley Cup than the Blues have. I think the Blues have had the toughest route, which I think prepares the Blues for the Stanley Cup Final.
I agree. I had a conversation with somebody during the Dallas series, and we agreed that whoever won that series was going to win the Cup.
See, I thought that against Winnipeg, and I just don't think that fucking Boston can match. I don't think Boston's expecting the level of play the Blues are capable.
No, that's the thing about this team this year. They don't quit.
Did you hear the quote from San Jose's coach today or yesterday?
Do you know the way to San Jose?
What, Peter DeBoer?
Yeah, him. Douche. But he said they just don't give you room.
Oh, no. No, they're all over.
Like, there's times...
They don't.
San Jose had shot... There were times where San Jose outshot us, but a majority of their shots they weren't dangerous.
No. Well, we're not playing fucking Hitchcock hockey anymore either. We're actually... Berube's letting the young kids play, they're letting them have creativity, and they're letting them get loose. Fucking Hitchcock... You look back at, Hitchcock's style of hockey, and it was so drawn up, it was so predictable in what we're going to do, and it was just... I don't know.
Hitchcock hasn't been here. We've had Mike Yeo.
Mike Yeo was the assistant coach to Hitchcock in his last year, which I think was still Hitchcock hockey. Then you go into...
Where did Yeo go?
He
Yo don't know.
He signed with the Philadelphia Flyers as assistant head coach.
Well, good. I liked him as a person.
Who are you guys talking about? Hitch who?
I don't...
But then Craig Berube, there's a completely different style with Berube's coaching.
Old coach Hitchcock.
Hitch who? What's his name?
Hitchcock.
Oh. I bet he was a sexy, handsome fella.
He looked like
he
Paul
looks like
Bear.
Alfred Hitchcock.
He looked like Paul Bear from the Undertaker, Paul Bear.
Alfred Hitch who?
Cock.
Oh.
But I think
interesting.
You want me to suck your cock?
But the Blues never changed their style from when Hitchcock got fired over to Yeo, because I think Yeo learned from Hitchcock. It was kind of like the same progressive play. And
I don't think Yeo's a head coach.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
He was there in Minnesota. He wasn't all that great.
They failed in the playoffs.
Kyle Bronziak was their second-line center. But Craig Berube, I think it's a completely different style of hockey with the Blues. The Blues don't give up with Berube.
No, they do not.
They don't sit back after scoring goals, too.
No, they do.
They did a little in second
They
period.
just
I
keep
didn't like
on going.
But they do. They push.
They do.
And
They
when
could be up, they could be up 5-1 and they keep...
But when the Blues get scored on,
they
they
come
answer.
back.
Yeah, the Blues have never done that in the last few years.
Nope. That's why they're going to sweep the Bruins.
Wow.
You want to put
I
money
hope
on
you're
it?
right.
$10?
Final
I'm going to continue to bet against the Blues. I
Final
don't care if
predictions
I'm down thousands of dollars.
Final predictions all around.
Blues in 7.
Sweep. Blues. I've been saying it for 2 weeks.
I think I got Blues in a sweep, and Stout has Blues in 6.
I like Stout's prediction.
At the beginning
Blues
of
in
the
6, I can enjoy my vacation, come
Yeah,
home,
Blues-
and watch
at the
6.
beginning-
Blues in 6 is the perfect scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, at the beginning of the playoffs, I did say Blues in 6, and my beginning of the playoffs predictions have been pretty spot on for the Blues and Boston, too. So
It's funny because if you look at any of the local sports guys in St. Louis, that's the prediction.
What?
Blues in
fuck the
6.
local sports guys.
See,
Fuck
Boston's
ESPN.
up. Boston.
That's fine, but that's the prediction.
Oh,
Boston sports guys is all Boston in 5.
Chris douchebag Rogny, or however you pronounce his fucking name. Oh, now they're all of a sudden like hockey fans because the Blues just signed with ESPN 101. Go fuck themselves. Go fuck yourselves.
Blues 101. What do you mean?
ESPN 101. They will start broadcasting Blues games next year.
Which is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
so it's off AM finally?
You get off AM, yeah.
Thank
which is
God.
fine. But like now all of a sudden the Fastlane guys are now like, oh, now we're hockey guys. Now we're hockey fans. Go fuck yourself.
Carricker's been a hockey guy forever.
All right. It's the Chris Rodney is who I don't like. I actually love Brad Thompson, but I fucking...
Right, but don't say the Fastlane guys, because Randy Carricker's been a Blues guy for ever.
That's fine, but Chris Rodney's a douchebag.
Is Brad Thompson the old
I mean, if
Cardinal
I'm pronouncing his
pitcher?
name right. I don't
I don't
respect
even-
him enough to pronounce his name right.
Is Brad
quit
Thompson
listening-
the old Cardinal pitcher?
Yeah. He's the
Oh,
guy
he
that
is?
was at our at the celebrity golf tournament we played that night. He said
Yeah.
hi to me because we knew each other.
I quit listening to the Fastlane back when DeMarco Farr was still on.
I've never listened to the Fast Lane and wouldn't know it was a show.
Good, don't.
I
Fuck
listen
them.
to Sirius XM NHL.
The only person I like on that show is Brad Thompson. I think everybody else is kind of...
But NHL
big
Network
critics.
even they're most are on the Bruins bandwagon. Most
Oh,
national
nationally,
analysts
yeah.
are on the Bruins
I'm
bandwagon.
saying locally,
And, yeah.
all the local guys, Blues in 6, Blues
One of the
in
things
6.
I
Can
didn't-
they say Bruins in 5 or 6? They
One of the
get
things I didn't
chastised and destroyed.
That's
if they
another
did.
reason why I think the Blues could potentially sweep, because all the experts are saying 6, 5, 6, 7.
For
Nobody's
Bruins.
seeing it. It's this perfect storm.
I hope the storm
a
comes
sweep.
true. I'll be running
I really
naked on
don't,
the
because
beach.
our vacation, it would be a mess.
No, it wouldn't. It'd be fun as hell celebrating those games.
Oh, if the Blues sweep and everybody stays, yeah, it's
Oh,
cool.
if they sweep, I'm
he's
coming
worried
back.
because he's staying home. Or he's staying in Florida.
Yeah, I ain't coming back.
If they win Game 3 on June 1st, June 2nd, I'm out.
You
and then coming back,
You gonna come
but-
back?
Oh, fuck
well,
yeah.
that I
Yeah,
can
we'll
do.
come back.
Oh,
That I
yeah,
can
I'm
do.
coming
Yeah, no,
back.
we're going to stay home. You
I'm
fucking
coming to
serious?
watch Game 4 and then coming back. I'm not missing if they can win a freaking
Yeah, why
Stanley
would you?
Cup.
Who would?
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's tough.
That's
then
why
what
I'm
do you-
hoping Game 6 is
You
it.
got to come back for a day, and then just drive the freaking kids home.
What? Game 4 would be on a Tuesday.
June 3rd.
Game 4 is on a Tuesday.
Yeah, well, you're not coming back Wednesday.
Yeah, we
Oh,
would.
yeah.
Oh no,
Oh, yeah.
you got to stay for the parade.
The parade wouldn't be until the weekend.
Right. It's
So
gonna be that.
So we would stay for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
It's gonna
No.
be that Saturday. They wouldn't do it on Sunday.
Okay, but if
Care.
Game
I don't
4
care
is...
about the parade if I see the game winner.
Yeah,
Oh, you got to
I'm
be
the
at
same.
both.
No.
But I'm the same way.
if I
honestly.
see him win the Stanley Cup, I'll be okay with missing the parade.
But if we're...
To go back to Florida for 2 days, 3 days.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, why
Screw it.
wouldn't
If
you?
I come back, I'm just back.
It's a quick flight.
We're back for one night. If we can get a fucking flight that would just get there...
If we fly out Tuesday morning
Yeah.
and come back Wednesday morning.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah. First, have you looked at them? Because they don't have that many flights in and out.
I don't care. I'll find one. I'll drive.
We'll
I'll
figure it
drive
out.
through the day.
Yeah.
I'll get up at 5 a.m. and drive back to be back by 5 p.m. for that.
I'm not arguing with it. I'm just saying logistically, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So,
It is, but it'd be worth it.
Yeah. But, I mean... Yeah, I mean, I have a scenario of if it's 1-1, I might stay for Game 3 and then drive down.
And then
Well, if I was you two, I would. Since you got the bitch that can drive with you, I'd definitely do that.
and then you take the.
I mean, if it wasn't for my kids and it was just me and my wife, I'd freaking stay for game
I
that
hope
Saturday
people listen
game.
to this.
But
I hope people listen to this like, wow, they're really big assholes.
well, this is how we are on family vacations anyway.
No, but Katie would just be like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, I already talked about just staying home, and Trisha had to convince me to go.
Yeah, well,
I was going to stay home for all of it. Like I skipped Thanksgiving the one year.
Fucking bitch.
But she talked me down off the ledge, and you did. I texted you, and we talked.
Yeah,
and it'll be fun.
Thanks for texting me.
It'll make the night June 1st and 3rd will be. I mean, right when we get down there, we get to freaking watch a Stanley Cup game.
But June 3rd, if the sweep happens, it kills the vacation.
Monday.
I don't think it kills the vacation at all. I think it makes it better.
Actually, not at all, because then all you're doing is traveling for 4 days.
It's worth
Game
it.
4 would be on.
I'm not saying it's not worth it.
Game 4 would be on a Monday. So we fly back. So you still have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, Game 4 is on a Monday. So yeah.
Game 1 is Monday, Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game 3 is the Saturday we get there.
Yeah.
Game 4
Monday.
is that Monday.
Yeah.
Because they've got a few 2 days off between
every
days.
travel day is
travel
2 days
days
off
2
for the
days.
Stanley Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless I'm flying, that much travel sucks.
Well, there's flights out of Destin for $40-something, I think.
Yeah. Well, no, it's up to like 70.
Still.
So it's
still
$150, $60. So if those are still
yeah,
available,
but they don't run those flights every day. That's what I'm saying. They don't fly
the
in and
Allegiant
out
ones
every day.
did work for Monday, Tuesday because I checked it.
That's what I said. Did you look?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know what you're talking about, and there's only certain days they fly in and out from there.
As long as we could get there early, and if this fucking storms and rain would fucking stop, that'd be great.
Or, I mean, worst case scenario, 5 a.m. Monday morning we leave. We're
Game 4 is on Monday night.
Back in St. Louis by 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, give ourselves a little buffer. I don't even care if we leave at 4 a.m.
I'll bring my Adderall.
And then
I'll bring cocaine.
You watch the game, get up in the morning, you leave at 5 or 6 a.m. again.
See, dude,
and you're back
not
on Tuesday.
You're staying up and just leaving it. If Blues win the Stanley Cup, you think you're just gonna?
We are, but we got fucking Steve to drive on the Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah, Steve is like fully prepared.
We got a designated driver.
I think Katie was asking me, he's like, do you think your grandpa would go back? I go, in a fucking heartbeat he would go back.
He will definitely. We could probably get him to pay for
Which, like, when we won the Western Conference
flights.
Final, I was like, I felt so happy for him that he, like, gets to see the Blues in the Stanley Cup. He goes, oh, yeah, I went to a couple Stanley Cup games when they were last year. I'm like, oh, well, fuck yourself then. I don't care anymore. I've never seen them.
See, so Trisha's going to come, too.
No, she's not. She's female. She doesn't get it.
Oh, she will. She already said it.
Yeah, so did Mary Jo. But
well, that's the thing. It's like
that's not the way it's going to work.
I love how I just got a weather app update. It said, not as warm tomorrow. High of 85.
Huh?
Sorry, I just thought that was funny. Not as warm tomorrow. High of 85. Oh, 5 degrees off from 90.
I love how all the podcast listeners just got a glimpse into our vacation planning for 10 minutes.
Well, because it's like, what are we going to do? And it's interesting.
Is it?
I think so. What the fuck are we going to do? It's the Stanley Cup Final.
I think you thinking that just the guys go is very naive.
I think that the fact that the females think they're going to go is very naive.
Katie said she'd stay in Florida and watch the house.
Great, so Katie can stay and watch the kids.
Would Deanna even come back?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so you got Deanna and Katie.
She'd be fine. She'd stay in Florida in a heartbeat. She'd
she'd
want to watch the game. But
what about Gage and Sammy?
Oh, I forgot about them. They don't care.
No.
They don't care about hockey.
Yeah, but I don't want them watching.
Sammy likes it more than Gage, I think.
Oh yeah, Gage. If it doesn't have fighting and mixed martial arts, then Gage doesn't care.
I'm telling you, Trisha, if we do that, she'll come back.
Yeah, she's gonna spend $1,000 for a ticket
for the game.
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh, we're going to the game too.
I mean, us three are. Me, Todd, and Steve.
Well, Steve's gonna have to give me a ticket.
I really hope it goes 6. It's the perfect storm. We have something to do on Saturday night, Monday night, and Thursday night.
Yeah, because Game 6 is the Sunday after we get back.
Yeah, Thursday night's Game 5 because there's 2 days in between Game 4 and 5 and 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Personally, I hope it goes 6 or 7 just so we can see a game. I just think we're sweeping. I think we're sweeping the series.
Man.
Do you have a ticket for Game 6?
Yeah.
Damn it! Why don't I want a ticket?
Should have thought about that before the playoffs, man.
We have 3 for the entire playoffs.
I know, but that's been my ticket for a few games. So why is it automatically yours for Game 6?
Same reason it's not Mary Jo's or Trisha's.
We've gone to more games with that third ticket with him than we have you.
I don't give a shit how many they won with you.
All of them, I think. Except
I
for
saw
one.
every series clinching game, so I have to be there when they can win this.
Let me put it this way, though. I've seen every St. Louis championship clinching game in my lifetime.
Me too. I saw the Cardinals win the World Series.
So did I, actually.
Were you at 2011?
Yeah, I was, actually. I was standing outside of the fucking stadium.
No.
That
At the
counts.
game.
That fucking counts. I'm there. It's holding on to the fucking railing looking in.
Were you at the game? Was Steve?
No, it was
Well,
me.
maybe Steve shouldn't go.
It was
I don't
me
think.
and...
no, he wasn't at either of the
no,
World Series
it was
wins.
me
I'm
and...
saying, I have
2011 was me and Morgie Moo.
Not at the game.
We were outside of the fucking thing, and in between where Ballpark Village is now.
I understand that. You're not inside
was
at
there.
the game.
game.
We were still there, but I was there for fucking the clinching when we fucking
In 06?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
touched
I
the
said
fucking World Series trophy.
I've been at every St.
real one.
Louis clinching win.
You were at the Rams
In
game
my
in
lifetime.
Tennessee?
I wasn't at that.
Oh, you're fucked. See, you're already full of shit. Were you at when Randy Orton won his first WWE championship? He's from St. Louis.
That doesn't
doesn't
count.
count.
That's
That
not,
counts. That fucking counts.
That's not a sport.
You're right. It's
We
entertainment.
just jinxed that.
What about Tyrone Woodley then?
No, I'm talking about sport, like major sports.
UFC's a kind
Were
of
you
a
at
major
the
sport.
No,
NBA
there's the main
game
four.
when St. Louis won the NBA title? in
I said in
65?
my lifetime.
Oh, okay.
What about when the MLS get a team here? Will you be there?
They haven't won yet. They don't even have a team yet.
Yeah, I'll go to those games.
I was at the actual fucking game where the Patriots beat the Rams in the Super Bowl.
I'm saying, so me and
Yeah,
you,
so fuck off. Don't go any more games.
Me and
Actually,
you-
no, keep going the games because we like the Patriots. Yeah, fuck the Rams. Fuck Kroenke.
me and you definitely need to be there. The
I've seen a
other
lot.
two, questionable.
Well, Steve said he was at the 1970s Stanley Cup Final.
When they lost,
so
got swept.
He might be the odd one out.
That's what I'm saying. I should get his ticket.
That'll work out well for all of us.
I'll talk to him about it.
He'll end up taking
I'm sure
Mary.
he'll give it right
You
up.
know what's going to happen? He's going to end up taking Mary Jo and Trisha, and we're all going to be fucked.
Yeah, I know.
Well, me and my business partner have been watching
know what,
tickets,
though?
so we may go through Talus anyway.
If we could get them all to come back to St. Louis and we all just stayed, it'd be fun as hell.
Hookers and cocaine.
Yeah, and Katie and Deanna.
Whoa, that bitch is going too.
You said they would stay.
No, they got to take the kids with them and shit. We want the house to ourselves.
Well, that'd be an ideal vacation regardless of Stanley Cup
Why
Finals.
don't we do that?
I'm just gonna send Katie back. She's like, but I don't have any priorities or like anything
Our
like
kids,
that. Bye.
no, go bye.
Why don't we
Hope
just...
she's listening.
Let's just go back to Vegas, like for Super Bowl.
For the Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
Watch every Stanley Cup game right
Yeah.
there.
I got free rooms.
I think
Let's
we'd
do
be
it.
broke. Well, I would be, but
Let's do it.
I got the rooms. You get the plane tickets.
Florida and the kids.
Right.
we got to get Jay to go again.
No, actually, he can't because he's watching my animals. So he's
Is
not...
he watching the dogs? Our dog and rabbit, whatever the fuck that thing
Yes.
is that tore up your bathroom.
Yes. Which actually, side note, his dog just died like 2 weeks ago, so rest in peace, Ginger. She was a good dog.
Rest in peace. Ginger.
Ginger, we love you. We miss you.
Why'd you name his dog after a stripper?
Well, it shouldn't have a soul anyways, so, you know.
Who knows? I don't know how... I don't know. You'd have to ask him that. I don't know how Ginger got her.
I love how we go from the Blues to talking about the Blues in our, like, Florida trip to now about Jay's dead dog.
And now that everybody knows we're out of town, go steal our plasma TVs.
Well, we have people at our houses.
I'll
I
say,
mean, that's your fault if you don't have people at your house.
Yes, I've,
I got somebody watching my house.
I have somebody staying at my house. Have you ever seen Mila? She's the biggest watchdog in the fucking world. She will tear somebody
Yeah,
up.
she's on fucking cocaine.
She's like 5 pounds. Our
Alright.
house is a fortress.
I think we got the Stanley Cup covered now, but
I say, can we switch gears and do some silly shit?
I mean, you want to keep going? I mean, we're at 2 hours.
It could be an extra I mean, it's 8 o'clock.
Oh,
Drink
shit.
some beers.
It's 8 o'clock. I'm hungry.
Here, close out the show. I asked you guys 3 trivia questions. Pertains to music.
Oh, the Beatles broke up in
I don't know
1970.
music trivia. Just fucking count me out.
Actually, no. I'll do you one better. We play this game called Over Under on this show.
Over.
Under.
I win.
This has become a staple on our show. We haven't done this in a while. So
Over under. Blues in 5.
Over.
first one to 4.
Under.
First one to 4 wins.
4 what?
4. You'll see. All right. So I'm going to ask you a question.
Great.
You're first. All right.
Great.
How
Wait. Time out. Winner gets the third ticket for Game 6.
Whoa. Not playing.
Ooh, between you two. Oh,
Eject.
Pussy.
I would.
Pussy,
No
pussy.
way I'd do it. No way.
Nope, I called it. Let's go.
All right. Question 1. It's to you. And
Yep.
then you'll, whatever he answers, you say over or under.
Okay.
All right. How many Earths can fit inside Jupiter?
Jupiter, that's one of the other planets, right?
Yeah, it's like Pluto, you know?
So Earth, yeah, but it's bigger. I'm going to say...
Pluto's not a planet anymore.
It's back now.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to say 70 Earths.
I missed that email. I'm gonna say under.
Greg is correct. 1,321.
Wow, Jupiter's
I didn't know it was.
fucking huge.
I didn't know it was that
Oh,
big.
shit.
I knew it was big. I didn't know it was that big.
It's fucking
Okay, cool.
huge.
I'm 3
This
questions
is
away.
fucking crazy.
Can you imagine the amount of bitches on Jupiter?
I'm 3 wins away from Game 6.
All right, so the next
ticket.
question now goes to... Well, you got to get one out of the fridge because it's the last one. I'm out.
All right, go.
All right. Now this one goes to you, Tom.
Okay.
Then you answer over.
I got you.
Are you sure?
This is a cool game. Bring this to Florida.
I'm winning.
I like
During
this.
his career with the Dallas Cowboys, Roger Staubach passed how many yards?
During his career?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
That's easy. I already know it. Is there a time limit on this?
38,000.
Over or under?
Under.
Greg is correct. 38,000?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. 22,700.
Yeah, you got to think.
How shitty is he? How many years did he play?
I don't know.
6.
Suck.
He only played 6 years?
I don't know, but you go off, say 1,000 yards. You're down 2-0. That ticket's mine.
1,000 yards.
Well, it's
Drew
your
Brees
comeback.
throws 5,000 yards a game. I mean, it's a different day and age, but still.
Drew Brees does not. You're thinking 500 yards a game. And
No,
that's not-
5,000 yards a year.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And you average 8 to 10 years
I don't
on
think
a
he
quarterback.
played that long with him.
What a pussy.
It was a different game back then.
Now everybody
Roger
can be like-
Staubach. Hey, somebody tell him.
Now everybody can be
Pussy.
like Thomas Brady.
22,000 and he's in the fucking Hall of Fame?
Yeah, look
He's
at
in the
it.
Hall of Fame.
Hey, stat man,
Sure it is.
look up how many career passing yards does Tom Brady have?
All right.
It's gonna freaking blow it away.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Next question.
That's why I
I
guess.
think he has the record, like most all time.
I think Manning does,
they flip flop.
unless he passed it.
I think he did because he's still playing.
Oh no, Drew Brees leads. Here, check.
Yeah, he just did it.
Okay, so my guess, what I'd say, 38.
You said 38, yeah.
Drew Brees, 74,000 yards.
And he's the all-time leader.
Peyton Manning, 72.
And then Brady.
Brett Favre, 72.
Whoa.
Tom Brady, 70.
That makes sense because Brady throws a lot of short passes.
What's Breeze?
74. Brady's only
Brady's
about-
gonna pass him.
He's only 50. Brady's only
Brady's
1,500
not gonna
yards
pass
behind
him.
Breeze.
I love
I'm
Brady.
sorry.
I love Brady. He's not going to pass him.
Brady's gonna play longer than Breeze.
No, I don't know. Brady's only 1,500 yards behind Manning.
He said he's playing until he's 45. I don't
He's
think
gonna die.
I don't think Breeze has.
He's going to get broken in half.
You think Breeze has 4 years left in him?
Possibly.
Next question.
That's gonna be close.
Next question for Greg.
That's crazy that Staubach had 22, and you hear so much about him.
Right.
My joke. My guess was good.
That ticket's almost mine, buddy.
The largest member of the cat
didn't
family is the Indian tiger. How long is it in feet?
Say that again.
Like, does this count tail and everything?
Yep, the largest member of the cat family is the Indian tiger. How long is it in feet?
18.
Over or under?
Does it count tail?
I'm assuming yes. Over or under 18 feet.
And is it tail like boner tail or
like a nub?
Like flopping down?
Under.
Under is correct. 10 feet is the answer.
Damn it, 2-1. All right. I'm getting this
It's like
ticket.
the Blues Boston series.
Yeah, I'm getting this ticket.
Are we doing best of 7?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It's like the fucking Stanley Cup. Who are you?
Let's go.
Todd, in what year did Beethoven perform his Moonlight Sonata for the first time?
Who's Beethoven?
The dog from those movies?
Yeah, this is the dumbest question ever.
Seriously?
In what year? I don't know what fucking year Beethoven was around.
Long time ago.
Yeah. Like, I know. Like, I don't know how long ago, though.
I mean, this is just one of the questions.
So what year what?
What year did Beethoven perform his Moonlight Sonata for the first time ever?
1936.
Over or under, Greg?
Under.
Yeah, no shit. 1802. Jesus, you're an idiot.
Fucking Beethoven.
I was going to guess 1750.
Yeah. Come on.
1932. That was World War I.
I've never heard of Beethoven.
The NHL and MLB were around then.
Well, Beethoven's a fucking idiot. I don't pay attention to that shit. I do nothing with music.
3-1.
How many square feet are in a square meter?
Square meter. I'm trying to do math. $81.
Over or under?
In a square meter? Under.
That is correct by a fucking mile.
9.
10.762 square feet.
I thought
3
it was
feet.
Yeah.
And a meter's 3.
But at first I had 9, and then I did 9 times.
3 games to 2. This could be the Blues' 6-game winner. Game 6 winner. Is this a sign?
Yeah, that I get the ticket.
But who said you were the Blues? We did never bet that. I never said that's a bet.
Whose turn? It's your turn to answer a question?
Yeah.
Yes.
What was
Why are you the Blues? And I'm the Bruins.
Because you just said I am.
Oh.
Because you said this could be the Game 6 winner.
Could be.
And I'm winning.
Yeah, you did say that, so.
Could be.
And I could win
Don't give me no Beethoven
I could win the
bullshit.
ticket for Game 6. How
We didn't
ironic.
bet. That's the part that is fucking totally
rewind the
obsolete.
tape. We bet it.
Yeah,
You bet it.
And then you said, okay.
No, I never said okay.
what was the population in Florida in 2008?
Oh, fuck.
That was an election year, too, so it was probably less than what voted.
2008. In the state
In
of
the state
Florida.
of Florida, what was the population in 2008?
$12 million.
Over or under?
So my initial reaction when you asked that question, 10 million popped into my head.
12 is close to 10.
I know, but I don't know. So the population of the U.S. is, 300 million? And, L.A., just the city, and New York. So think California and Texas and New York and Chicago and Houston. They've got to have, but Florida, there's a lot of empty. What'd you
But
guess?
they have some big cities.
Florida, yeah, Tampa.
Orlando.
Jacksonville.
Miami.
Orlando's really not
Destin.
that
Are we
big.
counting illegals?
Miami, Fort Lauderdale. What'd you guess? 12 million?
I did.
Over or under?
Over.
Greg has won the game.
Yeah!
18,328
bigger than I
at 340.
I said my first thought was 10 million.
Why'd you go against your first thought?
Because then I started just working it out, and then I was going to guess 20
Almost
million.
20 million.
For fun, I want to see if you can get this. And what year was Apple Computer founded?
Oh, I know this.
Founded?
I know this.
By Stevie?
Stephen Woz. God damn it. I know this.
6.
No.
8.
It's either 77
4.
or 79.
Pick one.
I'm thinking. $79.
Todd was correct with 76.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know.
Nailed
that.
it, bitch.
You got the 6 and the 9 flipped upside down. All right, let's get out of here. We'll hit him with the 1, 2, 3 shout out. It's basically the 1, 2, 3 is a 3-thing shout out. So just pick 3 things, shout them out. Like it's a shout. Like you just be like, my number 1 is Let's Go Blues. My number 2, like something like that. You know what I mean? You can be whatever you want.
You do one.
All right. Well, my 1, 2, 3. My number 1, Let's Go Blues. Stanley Cup. First time since 1970. I can't fucking wait. I hope we win a Stanley Cup. My life's been so boring without playoff hockey on right now. I watch wrestling. I'm like, I don't even care about wrestling right now anymore. So, but my number 2, I want to go see Aladdin. Aladdin looks cool. Aladdin looks cool as shit. And my number 3, get well soon, Jim. And thank you, Tuncle and Greg, for coming on short notice.
That's like 4 things.
Yeah.
Well, it was 3's the same. It all matches up together. But get well soon, Jim. All right, those are my 3.
All right, my number 1's to us. Let's go have a fucking great vacation. I'm ready for that. Number 2 would be, hey boys, Blues, let's do it for little Layla. I mean, that girl deserves it. And number 3 is to the city of St. Louis that has backed this team the last month. I've never seen a city so excited about this team. And let's keep it going. Let's stay behind the boys. And let's bring this bitch home.
Greg, what's your 3?
Number 1, Let's Go Blues. Number 2, Let's Go Cardinals. And number 3, Let's Go Patriots.
Oh, fuck.
I thought you were going to say bring an MLS team to St. Louis or something like that.
Oh, speaking of the Cardinals demote struggling righty Michael Wacha to the bullpen.
It's about time.
No shit.
All right. Well, you can follow Offended on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Periscope at Offended Pod. Make sure to go follow PWP Nation at PWP Nation on social media platforms as well. Make sure to go to www.prowrestlingtees.com and search Offended to buy our t-shirt. Make sure this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, to use the code SPRING, get 20% off your purchase. If you have a Spotify, make sure to listen to our playlist at Offended Presents Songs of the Week, and you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Trick1042. Greg, do you have something else?
Yeah, use condoms.
Use condoms, and make sure to go listen to our shows, Hockey Talks, Weekly Wrestling Wrap-Up, which the Weekly Wrestling Wrap-Up will return after the Stanley Cup Finals. We'll do all that again. And shout out to AEW Double or Nothing this weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. But make sure to go listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts by searching Offended. Subscribe, follow, give us that 5-star rating. And thank you, Tuncle and Greg, coming on the show short notice. Thank you guys for coming on. That's all I gotta say. Thank you.
Buddy, we'll talk to you next week. Let's go Blues!
See you on the beach, bitches.
For Tuncle, for Greg, I'm Tricky. This has been Offended, presented by PWP Nation. Let's go Blues! Let's bring home a cup.
Gloria.